believe we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Starship flight number 13, attempt 2 or /3, whether or not you count. What's going on here? What the? Why did my stream not start correctly? I'm confused. Hello, everyone. We're here a little bit early, and I feel like that messed everything up. I started streaming like a minute or two early, and there's like duplicate streams. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will all find the right place. Hello, W57. Hello, the one Opossum. Hello, Vulcan. Good to see everyone. We're here live for Starship flight number 13. Hello, Martin. Hello, Keanu. Hello, Artist Space. Hi. I haven't seen you in a little while. There's an ice axe. Yes, that is what pilot means in French. I totally forgot this was tonight, not gonna lie. Well, I hope you've had a pleasant surprise. Although, you know, you always have to kind of stay up late for these ones, though. I don't know, depending on how tired you are. Let me just very briefly see what's going on. Make sure there's nothing weird going on with like a duplicate stream or something. There is a duplicate stream. Can I unlist the duplicate stream very briefly? I don't know why it made a duplicate stream. Did I accidentally? This is flight 13, right? Yeah, flight 13. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Ah, no, one of those fake sneezes didn't happen. Oh no, it just feels weird. Starlink 13th test flight. Very true. We have Starlink. Thanks for Starship Flight 13. I can't wait either. I'll tell you guys. I'm a little nervous about this one. If you guys remember, less than a week ago, or was it exactly a week ago? Exactly a week ago, we had the first attempt, which resulted in a abort after ignition, a Raptor abort. And then they had to swap out 2 engines that apparently broke. What's concerning me is that is now like, so if we can do a count, we say, I mean, on the telemetry for that attempt last Friday, it was 4 engines that didn't light, but let's just say it was 2 because that's how many they swapped out. So if there are 2 engines wrong there was a Raptor vacuum during Flight 12 that failed, and a Raptor sea level failed part way through the boost phase. And, you know, whether or not the Raptors that failed during the boost back light up were either them just failing or something due to the orientation being wrong. But either way, that is already at least, you know, 4 confirmed Raptor engine failures. And there's been 1 flight and 1 attempted flight. So that's a lot for Raptor 3. Hello, Arker. Hello, Stork Times. IFT 13, so we should do 13 pad up. I really hope not. Oh, we're back with the files again. We're back in the files. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but this has spooked me a little bit. Very kind of spooky. I don't know what's about to happen for this one. I hope nothing bad. Ugh. I hope you work. How many minutes until launch? 57? Yeah, 57. 5:45 is the scheduled T0, but you never know what could happen. There can be holds, there can be delays, there can be... Let's bring up the mission timeline. It's always useful. I always need to remember to do that at the beginning of streams, because that'll tell us when prop load will commence, and that is usually a pretty good indication that we're about to get going, is when they... Or pretty good indication that, you know, we're still going for the day, and the website isn't loading. Is my internet broken, or is SpaceX broken? The stream's still working, so I'm thinking the SpaceX website isn't working. Gosh darn. I don't know. Now Google isn't working. Is my internet dying? I can still see you guys. It could be a sudden, oh, there better not be. Yeah, we want it to behave. We want it to behave. Yeah, we had that weather-related scrub yesterday, which I was a little bit disappointed by because I wanted to see it go. But hey, we get to have fun today, so maybe not too big a deal. Why isn't my internet working? Well, my internet is working. Okay. If someone can keep an eye on the SpaceX Twitter account, I will too. Although Twitter isn't working now. Why isn't anything working? If someone can tell me if they post like a go for Proplo tweet, let me know. All of Elon's websites are down. There's a hold. Is there actually a hold? Or are we just saying that technology in 2026? I know, right? I assume we're just saying that. I mean, I can probably just go on my phone and check. That is the other beautiful thing about technology is I have a lot of it. Yeah, it works now on my phone. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Let's see here. Go for prop load. T-minus 50 minutes. So in 6 minutes it should be. Pilot is a person. Oh my god. Things worked better in 2016. I wish. Because people say that. People say that. And who was anyone around in 2016? Man, 2016 blew. I was actually very young during I was 10 years ago, so I was 11. So, I don't remember much about 2016. I remember watching a YouTube channel called Nerd Cubed and Dan TDM and Stampy. That's what I was doing in 2016. And I guess going to ski. Yeah, my web browser, my Google Chrome is like broken. Why is Google Chrome broken? 7 years ago, people thought you were dead for... People thought I was dead? I've been resurrected. Brother, I remember when I was 4. What do you mean you don't remember? Yeah, I mean, I have memories, but, like... I don't have a distinct, like, oh, wow, 2016, I remember, like, do you remember, like, 2014, like, things, if I didn't know, like, what, grade I was in for school, I wouldn't be able to correlate events to years, it's all just kind of a blur, if something happens, I don't know if it happened in 2014, 2015, 2016, all I know, that's, like, not how the human brain works, so, I just have to... 2015 was your peak year. Well, big fan. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. You peaked in 2015. I peaked in, I don't know. I peaked when I was born. It's been downhill from there. Don't remember what happened last week. I know, right? Alright. Seeing as we have a little bit of time to kill, I was going to play more chess. I don't know if that's the most engaging thing for you guys, but... I'm in a little bit of a chess mood these last few weeks. I've been rekindling my feel nostalgic for FNAF. See, I never played FNAF. It was quite popular. I mean, I think we're about the same age. Roughly-ish. And I know people who played it, and I know it was very popular, but I never got it. Never got into it. I was too busy playing... what was I playing? I was playing... around that time, either Wii Sports when I was younger, or if I was a little bit older, I was playing Minecraft Pocket Edition. Oh, my browser is working. Alright, let's play a quick 10-minute here. If anyone has a chess account and would like to play, feel free. We'll probably just do one game here. I'm trying to get my rating up. I hope I can still make good moves and stream at the same time. Based Wii Sports and Resort. Yeah, I was actually, when I say sports, I was mainly playing Resort. I was going to start a YouTube channel based on Wii Sports Resort because I thought I was the best Wii Sports Resort player in the world. Especially at the sword fighting game. I used to always play that. There's like, if anyone remembers Wii Sports Resort, there's like all these levels. There's like a game mode you can go through like 20 levels or something, and it's like it's called like Showdown, I think. It was fun, man. Back in the day when all we had was Nintendo games to entertain us. 551 UT0. Is that posted somewhere? I don't see, is it just the clock on the website counting down? Because, okay. I guess it's not a big enough deal. I don't know why my websites are being terrible, but we can assume that. Clock resumed. Did they actually hold it for a few minutes? See, I'm not even paying attention. I mean that we could go there. There's really not much if he defends it properly. Still says 15. Countdown. Okay, I'll take once I'm finished my game. I'll catch back up. I gotta beat this dude first. So he gave that up, but then he can just go there. Maybe I like do that, and then just like win kind of somehow. I don't know how. Let's just give the check. See if I can just freak him out. I mean, his only legal move is that. Like if I go there, or like I could go here, and then just start. Or that's not how diagonals work. We're never launched because 13 will be exploded. Yeah, the unlucky 13, right? And we'll go here, and then we're just kind of lasering him. I mean, he has that. I'm probably going to lose this game. I could go like there. Let's just start. I can't go there because then there. I've sacked a pawn, so I need to make sure it works. This works. 21 minutes till SpaceX goes live. Yes, sir. Exciting times. That does not feel like a very good move. I can just take. Yeah, that doesn't work. Let's just stack the rook here. Take. Because what I could do is take. Eventually is when that all gets set up. Okay, so we're just going to do that. Okay. That's actually a free pawn, right? Because unless you can check me, or you can check me and then just win the queen. Chat, yeah, and then I'll just get forked into oblivion. So we're not gonna do that. We'll just go here. In a totally different you're Magnus Carlsen. What is your elo? Right there, 820. He's blundered a pawn. I think at all flight 7s for SpaceX have gone wrong, so maybe flight 13 will be good. Some kind of reverse luck for them, perhaps. Maybe, I don't know. This is all, we're getting all very superstitious here. Wait, did you play last stream? A little bit. I played a couple bullet games. I'm playing one rapid game and for today, unless there's time for extra. But rapid requires more concentration than I think I have available to me at the moment. I don't like that pawn. I could go there. Everyone do for a living? I do nothing for a living. I'm unemployed. Occasional streamer. Once a month. Once every couple months. You got the idea. So I mean, there, then there, he's attacking there, but then he would, if there, it's all even. And let's just take and let him go here. He'll go there and he'll threaten that. There should be some sort of like mate here. And there really shouldn't. The mate's here, but it's being guarded by those two. don't think that's a very good move. Because I don't know what he's trying to do. Is there like a... His takes, it's all even. Because like... Why did this guy just trade away like all of his pieces? I don't get it. Oh, I wish I had my dark square bishop. Yeah, there's like some back rank ideas going on here. I could just be annoying and then go check. He'd have to come out and then go check. Hold on, and I could I could do that. Yeah. Oh, I'm a genius at chess. So check. Check. No, I can't. Oh, I didn't see the bishop. Oh, I almost took that. That would have been a disaster for me. We'll just scoot. I'm gonna lurk now while playing Gmod. Coo. How do I know a play? There's just a vibe. There's just a vibe to me, is there? We need to carry 6 or 7 Starlinks. Good plan. I don't think I can defend both of these. I can go here, and then if he takes, I go there, and then I could go here if takes, but then just takes and I get checkmated. Nothing I can do. He's going to win the pawn. I'm probably going to lose this game now. I mean, I could go there. That'd be like a weird sack. I mean, this is just very even, I think. That's a problem. I could go, I could go there, but then I'm literally getting checkmated. I could go here if takes. I can't take though because I'm pinned. I'm a move too short. That's checkmate. I mean, if he goes take. Wait, this might even be four. If he goes take, I do have a check. I could. Let me just give the. That's not a check. That's just instantly hanging mate. Well, I'm not very good at chess. I thought that diagonal was. Yeah. All right, that's enough chess for the day. Let's get back to rockets. I had a Mars bar, cookie pie, and tiramisu ice cream with pistachio milkshake. I hope it was very tasty. I hope it was very tasty. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty darn good. Alright. Oh, 5:16. They have pushed the launch back like 5 minutes. That's fine. It'd be nice if the SpaceX website actually worked. And it apparently does for everyone but me. I think Chrome can just do that sometimes, where it just gets freaked out. Probably just closing and reopening the browser would fix it, or restarting my computer. I think this seems like a Chrome issue. I can just use it on my phone, or I guess I could use Edge. Do I even have Edge installed on this computer? Oh my God, what is going on here? Is my whole computer messed up? I think my whole computer is just messed up. The forbidden land that is Microsoft Edge. Yeah, it works just fine on here. All right. T-minus 47 minutes until launch. Is Twitter at least working for me? No, it is not. I don't think I can even go on Twitter on friggin' Edge because I don't have my account on there. I don't want to go through the effort of trying to figure out how. So we'll just use my phone. SpaceX. No updates from them. I drank water weird right before I started stream. And I am still coughing. Mars bar, cookie pie, Starship going to Mars. Yes, sir. That. We're still 12 minutes. Maybe I can. Well, it was not long enough for another. We can play some bullet chess. Watching while Hoppy was being built. Really? I don't think I can even claim to do that much of an OG. I came around. Sorry. Like SN 4 times. Is my website, is my browser is completely dead. Oh, it just closed. What is wrong with my browser? Okay, chat. I'm gonna just try turning off Google Chrome and turning it back on. Oh, that's totally fixed the problem. Okay, we're good. We're back in business here, boys. Oh, wait, this new stream doesn't have my thumbnail attached. Why doesn't it have my thumbnail? Please be the right thumbnail. Aha. Why didn't this got all messed up when I started stream earlier, or I just don't know how technology works. Both are equally likely scenarios. Alright, is this saved or not? Come on, save. Alright, get the stream back up. Got chat. I am coughing like crazy. Chat, chat, chat. Hello, chat. Hi, chat. Let's get the stream pulled back up. A little bit of technical difficulties today. Boom, 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 boom. Let's play a little bit of Bullet. Bullet's more fun for stream anyway than Rapid. We went on like a 4 or 5 game winning streak when I was playing Bullet during the scrubbed attempt on stream. This guy is pretty bad. London. He'll probably go there. Nope, he literally just wants to keep giving me pieces. Oh, why do you have to take with that? I'm gonna free pawn otherwise. What are you doing, my good sir? You are losing the game. Well, that was a good move. Go, threatening that. Give me that pawn. Can't be taking that long to make a move. Please trade. Please trade. Please trade. You loser. I can't defend that. I can't defend that, but I can do that. And he resigns. Cool. Don't know why he did that. Don't say the S word. What's the S word? Scrub? Oh. Maybe. Let's see if we can hit him with the wayward queen attack. We cannot. That did not work. Go back here. He's trying to 4-move scholars mate me over here. Kind of get something there. He didn't notice. Here. And then we'll go there. Free rook. Free rook. All sorts of nastiness going on over there. Let's go here, here, castle. I need to get this bishop out of dodge. He's not really attacking it right now. We should take with a... we can almost... We're almost like trying to promote here. That's... Oh, I didn't see that. Well, he'll probably just take the pawn. I can go here and blunder the bishop. He didn't notice. He can still just take the bishop, but he actually can't now because that, but then that blunders the knight. Go here, see if we can get him to blunder the queen. No. Let's go here. 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 That was a terrible blunder. Don't notice you can just do that. Ah, he's stupid. He's a moron. Oh, I pre-moved. Ah. Here, defending that and that. That. I'm going to run out of time. I blundered my queen. He didn't notice. I went on time. Then what's min elo? My elo 712 rapid 800 or 712 bullet 8 something rapid and like 4 something blitz. I'm terrible at blitz. All right, let's see if we can win another. I think we've won what 2 in a row, or have I only played 1? My brain. Let's see if he blunders Scholar's Mate. I'm not even on the right square for Scholar's Mate, so this is just bad. Yeah. Get out of here, buddy. I'm probably gonna get like super messed up here with the knights. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. He's gonna go there and kill me. That's fine. We can get unkilled. I've gotten him to think, and you sit there and think for 5 seconds, and you know what? That's just kind of game over in this type of chess. He can go there and fork me. He doesn't seem to want to, though. Instead, he wants to give me a free knight. Oh, no, he doesn't. That was not a free knight. But I've defended that, at least. Now he's giving me a free knight. The wonders of bullet chess. Really? Really? Haha, can't take. Get out of here, buddy. Can't take. You thought he was going to win the game, but now he's going to run out of time. Welcome to Bullet. Blunder the queen. Oh. Oh, no, I haven't blundered. Blunder. Blunder. And he's toast. I'm up material, up on time, and this guy really wants to survive. If I'm not careful, I can blow this. Whew. Road closure X, awesome, awesome, awesome. We should be getting SpaceX live in another 4 or 5 minutes, so, oh, I got a brilliant move. So we'll play 1 or 2 more games. I need to keep playing on stream more. I do a ton of winning on stream. Let's go here, 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 there. The trick is to be fast. Oh, that's a blunder. Like 12 different ways, wow. Let's go here. Let's go here. And then we'll go there and hopefully win the game. Let's go here. Take. I'm somehow losing. Well, not somehow. I'm always losing. Let's go there and win the game. Win the game? I mean, obviously not, but you can go here now, and it just... I mean, my king is too well defended. He can't Oh, I blundered my queen. He didn't notice. I'm going to lose this game. Oh, I'm not even in the move. Can he checkmate me in time? I don't think he can. He's not doing a very good job. Now he's going to be able to. Maybe? It's just a ladder now, yeah. Okay, let's do one more. I don't like I don't like finishing on a losing. I don't like finishing losing. Oh, this guy's playing a terrible opening. Oh. Ugh. Can't take. Go here, see if I can get a cheeky little... nothing cheeky. I'm threatening to take his bishop. Cheeky? Odds are not looking good this game, but we'll press on. This has become more of a chess live stream than a Starship one. Here. Running out of time. Go there. Go there, go there. Oh, SpaceX is live. Go here. Go here. Go here. That was a blunder. If I need to move the rook first. I don't have enough time, neither does he. We just start making moves. That actually didn't end up being too bad for me. Got the pre-move ready to go. Oh, boom, got him. All right, what a great ending. Let's go look at SpaceX now. All right, that was intense. I guess I'm partaking the Starship. Yeah, I hope so. Prop load. Are we go for prop load? Do we have official confirmation of that? Stop stuttering. Propellant mode has begun. Oh, beautiful. Alright, let's get some hype for Starship flight number 13. That might be a little loud for you guys. Let me know if there's maybe anything about the audio needs to change. No, I'm burping now, and there's something in my eye, and I'm coughing. Okay. Starship. Flight 13. We got the disco jazz music. Techno, not disco jazz. Techno. Oh, now we got the intro. This will probably mostly be a repeat of what we saw last week. So if you guys don't mind, I'm probably going to do a fair bit of talking over it just because it is typically repeat information. And as I kind of made the point of last stream, they don't really talk much about the mission anymore. They spend like 2/3 of these webcasts like talking about their AI stuff and Starlink, and you know, oh, we're gonna do this in Florida. We're building a gigabay here.
Directors go for launch.
How many calories does a regular Starship stack have? Well, and I forget the conversion, but oh, there's really something in my eye. Ow. I forget the conversion, but it's like 1 kilocalorie is equal to like a gram of TNT or a kilogram of TNT or something. Any deja vu? As am I, yeah. So yeah, you can do the math to convert it. Starship has a lot of calories.
Hello and welcome to Starbase, Texas. It's 5:19 p.m. Texas time, and we are.
It's a good thing my my webcam is so low resolution, or else you guys would be able to.
The second test
My
flight
eye
of
is probably
next
incredibly,
generation Starship
or going to be
version 3.
incredibly red right now.
During our initial launch attempt last week, we had a clean countdown. Loaded
We're
all
eating the
propellants,
Starship.
and
I would
all
not
the way to
recommend.
engine ignition, where the vehicle executed
Especially
a safe
not when
shutdown when its automated systems detected off nominal startup on 4
Especially not
engines.
when it's about
That
launch.
safe shutdown ensured that both the vehicle and launch pad were
You
kept
can
safe.
see my eyes all
As we
messed
often
up.
say,
Something there, I don't know.
payload on these test
Something
flights
in it.
is data.
Something right in the
And
corner
even when
here.
we don't get
I
off
can
the
feel
ground,
something.
we learn some valuable lessons and improve from them. We're going to dig into the details of that
it'll
in just a
get better.
moment, but all of that to say is that we're here today and we're ready for our second launch attempt. I'm Kate Tice, Senior Manager of Quality Systems Engineering.
And I'm Nathan Commissary.
Fast fit very fast, yeah, needs to get on Ozempic.
Today we're coming to you live once again from just outside the Star Factory production floor, about 1.5 miles from the rocket on the pad.
Back in May, the first test flight of Starship version 3 delivered tons of data, and we'll be putting those learnings into practice today on Flight 2.
Why is he
All of
back?
this brings us one step closer to
I don't know. I didn't mind that guy. I mean, he was a newcomer. I was skeptical of him the first time, but
Mars.
you know.
Starship will
grew on
also
me.
enhance Starlink's constellation and connectivity on Earth, the Moon, and beyond, while helping
Yeah.
establish a network of AI data centers in space.
He
Success on
blinked, that was
today's
you gotta do.
suborbital
Blink.
mission
Oh, that is
also
not helping.
opens the door for near-future orbital flights and our first attempt to catch ship on Tower 2.
Whoever
here at
told you to
Starbase.
blink? That
This is
doesn't
an
work.
exciting day for the Starlink community as well, as we're planning to deploy 20
Blink.
of the newest
T-minus 30
generation
minutes.
Starlink
Here we go.
satellites. These sats aren't intended for operational use and will only be in space for about
Ugh.
20 minutes before demising. But during those 20
Where's
minutes,
the
we're
fuel?
going
I'm
to
sure they'll
attempt to
show it.
speedrun a bunch of tests. Things like deploying solar arrays, firing
Let's go on
thrusters.
radar. Yeah, we
We'll get
can.
into those into
Haircut.
a little bit later into the show.
Yeah,
And that's what the
Starlink
issue is. Maybe
engineers
a
learned
hair got in
today
my eye.
will be
Yeah,
essential
that's
to
whatever.
deploying operational V3
let's have a look
satellites
here.
into the Starlink constellation on future Starship flights. These larger, more powerful
I guess
next
it would
generation
probably help
satellites
if I
are
showed you
designed
guys
to
what I'm
boost
looking at.
orbital capacity, strengthen the overall network, and deliver
Here's
a
the weather
noticeably
radar.
better
As you can see,
experience for
South
our customers.
Texas, there
As
is
we've said
literally
before,
zero.
Starship is a developmental program.
So,
What we're
we're
doing
good to
today
go.
is a test. We test in flight because it's the best way to rapidly iterate the design, and it's the best way to put the vehicle through its paces in the actual
Engineering.
And I'm Nathan Commissary, a civil engineer.
Starlink satellites on board. The most
That's
important
awesome. They're about to
payload
launch
today is data.
launch a rocket.
But
I
another
hope
outcome
so.
of
I mean,
today's
what are we?
test
T-minus
flight
28 minutes
excitement is
and
once again
55
guaranteed.
seconds.
Now let's head a couple of floors
Hi,
upstairs
Dan.
where Dan Hewitt is just
I don't know why they all
outside
do.
the launch
Why do they
control
have to
center.
have
How's it
25
going, Dan?
different locations for these live streams? Why not just have?
Kate, hello everybody.
Why do they have all these
outside.
extra
Thank you,
special
SpaceX
guests? Why not just have
Communications.
Dan
Happy to
solo
be
it?
here with you for another launch day.
Daddy Dan.
As
Yeah.
Kate noted, our first attempt to launch this flight test last Thursday ended
Ugh.
early in a pad abort. Let's dig into that a little bit.
Yeah,
so
let's.
4 of Super Heavy's 33 Raptor engines
Okay, it is 4.
aborted at startup due to issues with their ox turbo pumps. Those rapidly pressurize and feed liquid oxygen into the engine for combustion. For those of you that like to pay real close attention to the on-screen telemetry,
Trying to look
you
at my
saw
eye.
this
Yeah,
at
it'll be
T0
fine.
during that first attempt.
So
You
it was
command the
4
engines
that
to
didn't
start
start.
simultaneously. You get some slight differences as the engine adapts in real time, but you saw 4 not light up. So
It's really
4 out
cool
of
that to know
33,
that's how
what
accurate
exactly
that
happened?
telemetry is.
We have a launch constraint built in where we can only be down 2 Raptor engines at liftoff, so the vehicle detected more than that were out, automatically aborted before the final T0 safely shut
Well, that's
down
new
all of the
information.
engines
So
that
they're
started up.
willing to
We
launch
dug
with
through
2
the
out.
data, and
That's
what we saw
crazy.
was some off-nominal spin response in the ox turbo pumps on 6 of the engines. So the most likely root cause was determined. We were collecting some moisture inside of the pumps from previous operations, which then froze when we introduced that cryogenic propellant, and that either slowed those pumps down or stopped them completely from spinning.
That is sketchy.
So, for this next flight attempt, we swapped in 6 engines that were already at Starbase, and
they
we did
swapped
a test
6
back on Wednesday. That allowed us to check out the newly installed engines and spin the aux pumps on all 33 after
that is real sketchy.
Check out their performance before we got into another launch attempt.
Then fly on 5 off. Well, I mean, I don't think it lifted off with 5 off. I think they failed.
Other issues that might be hiding, and that one was actually able to do a full.
I think it was very quickly after launch, but I believe they were after launch.
For today. Even though we didn't get off the pad last week, we learned
that was
about
very
engines,
sketchy.
The
Had they launched,
how they perform in the flight environment.
That is actually they swapped 6 to 7. That was very. What Dan just said is very interesting.
We also got a real-world test of an abort that's designed to take place.
Why is it only 720p? Hold on. Why is it only 720p? SpaceX, hello. Oh, now we get 20. Why didn't I have the other option?
We safely shut down 29 running Raptor engines.
I am gonna. Well, I'll let him finish just in case he says something interesting. But that is crazy scary. So they just let moisture get. That's like how. Like, I don't know what a comparable example is, but like with planes, you know, how sometimes like.
Preserve the mission and the hardware.
I don't know really what that would be like with planes. You don't normally.
This is now Flight 13.
Well, I mean, they would have crashed. It would not have worked.
Really
that is,
good at
you know.
Just behind me here is.
I hope we're good now.
Everybody's on.
It's kind of sketchy to me that they were able to perform
and on the pad as we
that thorough of an analysis in a week, and they're confident to go again. This is a very expensive thing if it explodes, you know.
Last couple of things to settle out. We are targeting a liftoff at 5:51 p.m. Central
Time. 6-minute delay.
Weather today, you can see we've got blue skies. We're going to do a little weather corner here for a second because we were originally attempting to fly yesterday.
You're giving a lot of information on this stream. This is really cool.
I want to be clear. The cause of not flying was visibility. It had nothing to do with launch weather constraints. One of the key goals of this flight is to get very clear imagery.
So air or water freezes before any of the propellants. Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, right? Because when you do the engine chill, any moisture would freeze and then just seize up cause the turbopump to just seize probably, or maybe not seize, but
to launch into lightning because we've done a ton of testing, unique testing, analysis, studying.
They are allowed
capabilities, and it's designed because that's ultimately the.
Did you say allowed?
Because we're actually capable and legally allowed to.
Oh wow, that's new.
Mission and the hardware.
I like this stream a lot more. I like when Dan's just talking about stuff instead of.
Aside from weather, we're watching.
Instead of them just doing Starlink promos the whole
right
time.
Here off Starbase and in the Indian Ocean, that's currently green.
We're flying lightning. Apparently, that's crazy.
Pad issues that
Starship can fight this like.
Today. Speaking of the pad,
wow,
that launch infrastructure, it's every bit as complicated as the rocket itself. It's designed to operate in some
Starship
of the most
extreme
conditions on Earth. In case you missed it, we had some pretty cool insight into what it takes to launch the most powerful rocket on the planet in the second episode of our ongoing documentary.
Hopefully there's no moisture still in the turbo pumps. Now we're just going back into the promo stuff where we've seen this all a million times before. But why not watch it again?
When we're only a week out from flight, my main focus is
and we're back to last time, yep.
The thing that separates us from a lot
of we've already seen this before, so I'm just going to stop and talk over it. That abort that Dan described was crazy. So they had 6 engines have off nominal startup caused by moisture in the, what was it, LOX turbo pump? What would have, he said due to previous testing, what on earth would have caused that? What previous testing would have gotten water, like deluge testing maybe? What else uses water? Like were they just running the deluge and doing like a, because if you run the deluge and launch and fire the engines, the water, what do you know? It wouldn't, I don't know. All I know is, unless they're doing some sort of like ambient test and they were just like, but it's not like water's reactive, right? So static fire, but like what, how would moisture get in? Like I could understand if they like left the booster out for like a month and then moisture got in, because this is, you know, right next to the ocean. I could understand that, but didn't he say it was due to testing? What test would cause water to get, or moisture, CO2 residue from COPVs? Well, yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm not up to speed on what the technical definition of moisture is. Is moisture water vapor, like H2O vapor, or is like CO2 vapor also? Could that, or not vapor, but condensation, could that be considered vapor? I don't know. Could have sucked in water from the deluge. No catch. Yeah, we're not doing no catch today. Hopefully on the next flight. So, yeah, but what recent test do they have done where they fired the deluge without firing the engines? And why has that never happened before? Because if it's because of a static fire where they like do a static fire, you know, and then I don't know. I don't think the deluge could get this far. Yeah, this is weird. Who knows? And the injector plate? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Let's listen back up. We're coming up on T-minus 20 minutes to launch.
You're trying to look into this thing and you see how glowing hot it is. It's just yeah, a pretty impossible environment to keep something happy in. But and you zoom in and the flame deflector's still there, so that's the reason.
So we should have Raptor engine chill on the booster and ship beginning. And then we have no new events until T-minus 2 minutes and 50 seconds,
65,000 pounds per second,
which is going to be prop load on the booster.
And again, just like 18 million pounds of thrust, like what does that number mean? I think of like 11 forward.
Does your eye itch or foreign body sensation?
Zipping out of the bottom of the rocket. It's like imagine if you had the world's biggest
I don't know what's going on with my eye. All I can tell you is every once in a while when I either blink or, you know, right there it just happens. I keep getting this like weird pinch in the corner, like something is like in there and waffling around.
It is so satisfying to watch.
Then it goes away for seconds and then like a minute later it comes back.
Right, and just hear all the exciting stories of how we tackle these problems out here in Starbase. Super exciting.
Yeah, and by the way, if that looks like fun to you, come join our team. We are seeking scrappy problem solvers to help us
and when
build
it started, I don't know, like 20
okay,
minutes ago?
Let's go meet the rocket out on the pad, Starship version 3. It's the most powerful rocket ever developed and ever flown.
And it's also the tallest at just over 407 feet tall, fully
I
stacked.
just do that. I
It
found out
is
my asses
massive.
are getting tangled
Standing at the
together.
base and
Maybe.
looking
I
up
mean,
is like looking up at a 40-story building.
my hair is getting kind of long.
It's
Maybe
a
something. I
two-stage
don't know.
rocket. Both stages
My
are
eyes
designed
not
to
work. I'm going
return to
blind.
Earth and
Chat.
fly
I'm gonna go
again,
blind. in
making
my
that
left
thing
eye.
that you see
I don't
on
know.
your screen the
This is kind of
first
annoying. Hopefully
fully
it goes away.
reusable rocket ever. The bottom half, or the first stage, is the super heavy booster. That's the silver part. It's powered by 33 of our newest iteration, you see them there on your screen now, Raptor 3 engines. They run on liquid methane and oxygen, and this version of Raptor provides a significant increase in thrust. With that additional thrust,
No, you're
as
good.
you
You
can
got
see
a
here by these
conjunctive-
comparisons, the version that we're
What's a
launching today, version
conjunctiva?
3 on the far right, that version of Starship gets off the pad much faster than our previous versions. The one on the far
thin,
left
clear
is, I believe,
membrane
actually
that
our
lines
Flight
the
1
inner eyelids
version.
and covers
In
the white
comparison,
part.
they really just go.
Yep. And
This
now
seems like a-
Super Heavy
a
has
thing-
3
a
grid
normal
fins,
thing.
which you can think of as aerodynamic rudders. You see them on your screen now. They help steer during landing.
Oh.
They're 50% larger than on previous booster versions and are designed to support rapid reuse.
Them
and
raptors
a
be
more
cracking
stable
water
atmosphere.
vapor. Them raptors be not working
That
when
shot
there's
there.
water vapor.
And at the top of the booster, we've got the hot stage adapter. It's designed to protect the booster during separation, and now it's fully integrated for
All right, let's
reusability.
go. I don't want to
And
keep waiting
stacked
another
right
18
above
minutes.
that
I
is
can't
our
handle
upper
the
stage of the rocket, or
anticipation.
stage
I want to
2. It's what
go.
we call ship. It's powered by 6
That
Raptor
is a
engines,
really cool
3
shot, by the way.
optimized to
What a
CLO
shot.
performance,
Look
and
how
3
clear
for
it
the
is.
vacuum
It's
space.
beautiful.
Ship's design could one day enable point-to-point transfer on Earth, meaning you could travel anywhere on the planet in an hour or less. Sounds pretty great to me.
Sounds awesome.
It's designed to carry massive orbital payloads, both cargo and crew, to Earth orbit, the moon, Mars, and beyond.
And for the first time, we are carrying real Starlink V3 satellites to space. For more on that, let's head out to California, where Tyler is standing by with the team.
Hello,
in
Tyler.
Hawthorne.
Oh,
How's it
we've-
going, Tyler?
We're doing great.
Yeah,
over here,
protects
Nate.
your
Thank
eye
you
and
both. I'm
gets
Tyler
inflamed when you
Lindquist,
have
and I'm
pink
a
eye. I don't think I
Starlink
have
business
pink
analyst
eye.
here at SpaceX. Now, for those of you
Yeah, I know.
who have
It'll
been
go
following
away. It's
along,
probably
Starlink version 3 satellites
not
have been
a-
designed
not
to
a big
take
deal
full
at the
advantage
moment.
of Starship's payload capacity. And we're going to get our first look at those satellites today. The Starlink V3 is our next-gen satellite, and it includes meaningful increases in capacity, data density, and
I
power
say that, and I'm
generation.
probably going to complain
So we'll
about
be
it for
adding
the rest
around
of the
20
stream.
times the capacity into the constellation on each Starship mission as compared to the version 2 satellites that we launch on Falcon. And that means that we'll be able to serve more people all around the world and with increasingly better high-speed internet. Like all Starlink satellites, the V3s are built at Starlink's site in Redmond, Washington, where we already build more satellites than anyone else in the world today. Now,
Very
the
impressive.
V3 sats are designed to support 1 terabit per second of downlink and 160 gigabits per second of uplink capacity.
Very
That's
impressive.
approximately a 10 times improvement in downlink capacity and around a 22 times
It is
increase in
exciting.
uplink
Starlink
capacity from the
V3 is
version 2
making his
Starlink
debut
satellite.
on.
Serving this capacity
today's
to
flight.
and from customers are the satellite's upgraded phased array antennas. The upgraded phased arrays are fed by SpaceX's in-house developed chips that were designed to serve
All right,
customers
here
more
we go.
efficiently in both
16
densely
minutes
and
coming up
sparsely
on T-minus
populated
15.
regions
Hopefully we don't have a bunch of
and each
T-minus
Starlink
60
V3
second
satellite
now
is
hold,
also
I
equipped
believe it
with
is.
6 high-capacity
Don't have any
400
saline
gigabit
eye
space
drops or
lasers.
artificial tears
Now,
now.
these 6 lasers will
I
allow
actually
high
don't.
bandwidth traffic to flow uninterrupted between any 2 points in the world with
I
redundant paths across
do
the
not
competitive
have
laser mesh network.
First
And
aid
if that
eye
wasn't enough,
equipment.
the V3s will carry 4 quad-band radio frequency backhaul antennas.
Probably should
And
get
these will
some.
take advantage of the Ka, E, V, and W communication bands, allowing for an 8 times improvement in supported capacity.
Maybe there are
compared to
somewhere.
V2 sats.
See if
And
he's
that's
open
a
up. Yeah,
lot
I
of
am
growth in
too.
capacity and capability. And as such, the new satellite design requires
It's gonna
more
be
power.
exciting.
So the solar arrays on V3 will
It's gonna be
generate
very
approximately
exciting.
twice as much power as the
I
current
can't
arrays
wait.
that we
We're
fly
gonna
on
get.
V2 satellites.
I honestly
They're
just
also
want this thing to
optimized
work,
reduce
chat.
drag
Like
and lower
honestly,
orbital altitudes in which these
please
satellites
just.
operate.
Ignition
But
is gonna be
before
so
we
scary for
operationalize
me.
these satellites, we want to put them in a
Or
flight-like
liftoff is
environment.
gonna just those first few
These satellites
seconds
were
just
loaded
for
into
this.
Starship
I
last
just
week ahead of
it's
that first
you
attempt.
know.
And once
We're
deployed,
flight
the
number
Starlink
13
team will
here.
only have about 20 minutes
Not a
of
very
flight to
lucky
speed runs
number.
of these tests before the sat's demise in the atmosphere.
We had a sketchy
The
pad
team
aboard where
will
apparently
attempt
6
to
out
run
of
tests such as
the
extending
engines on the
solar
booster didn't
arrays
light
and antennas,
properly.
connecting with ground
Like,
stations, and turning
how
on
do you know the
satellite
ship
communication
engines aren't
systems.
messed up too?
And this
I'd
is
be
all
scared.
part of SpaceX's iterative process to technology
I'd be
advancement.
scared.
From the very beginning, Starlink was designed to scale rapidly and improve continuously.
I'm more
From
excited to hear
production
booster
launch and ground
landing burn
infrastructure,
shutdown. I am too.
Starlink is uniquely positioned to keep pace with
I would.
rising
I would.
demand around the
Oh,
world.
hello,
In
person
fact,
looking
just
at the
last
camera.
week, we rolled out the
Poop
next
9.
generation
Yes,
Starlink
hello.
kit, the V5,
Lego
which is
Bionicle
built for
42.
reliable,
Poop
high-speed
9.
internet.
She was out of story. I want it all to work. Oh, Starlink promo. Let's get this thing launched. You know what I bet? I bet if this flight is successful, the next flight will launch operational Starlink satellites into orbit. Assuming they are able to do the in-space relight and the ship actually works. That's what I bet they'll do. I really hope so. Because after all these years, over 3 years of flight testing,
All right,
hopefully,
you heard from Tyler, a lot of
we
work
will
going on
finally
with
have
Starlink. We've also started development
Starship
on an entirely new
being
satellite
operational.
constellation, Starmind, our AI satellites. I got to sit
This
down
thing
with Elon and Starlink's
fails,
director
it's
of
gonna be
satellite
bad.
engineering, Ian Dahl. We covered
is
a
gonna
whole
be
bunch of
bad.
stuff, really focused on what are the 3 limiting factors.
We
to
do
making
not
data
want a
centers
pad
in
fallback.
space reality.
We do not
First
want a
one we
pad
talked about
fallback.
was mass to orbit. That's where Starship comes in. We're going to
We
need
do
megatons
not.
into low
We
Earth
do
orbit.
not.
and
We
we're
do
gonna be
not want a
combining
pad
its full
fallback. I mean, that was
usability
set the.
and
I
really
mean,
big payload
we all see what
capacity
happened
to
to New
launch the
Glenn,
number of
right?
satellites that
And
we're
Blue
talking
Origin
about,
when they had their
because
pad
we
rud.
plan to deploy
We do
up to
not
1
want a
million
pad
AI
rud.
satellites, and those are going to function as those orbital data centers using Starship for the high volume, low
Whether it
cost
be
launches,
run on the pad or
really key
or a
reasons why moving
pad
data
fallback,
centers to
just
space
messing up the
has
pad would be, it'd be
advantages
funny
over
though. It would be
building them here on Earth,
devastating and a little
which
funny,
gets into our
but
second
mostly
limiting factor,
devastating.
which is power generation. It's always sunny in space. Satellites can harness that sun, that near constant solar energy, which is really going to be the only way to scale if AI continues to grow at the pace that we see, especially when you contrast it with all of the challenges that you have here on Earth. Within about 2 to 3 years, we believe space-based AI compute is going to become the lowest cost option as those
What
launch
if it was
costs continue
green?
to
What if
drop
what was
and
green?
Earth-based constraints continue to grow. It's going to just transform how Earth powers AI, unlocks the
Space
future.
Link, Star X,
And then our third limiting
Stark
factor
and
that we got to
9,
go figure out is
Fall
gonna be
ship.
chips.
What on
And we
earth?
gotta do that
What if?
fast,
What
and
if?
that's
What
we're
was
doing
what?
with TerraFab. That's gonna
Praise
be
be Squam.
the
I don't
most
know
epic
what
chip building
on earth
effort
chat is
ever.
talking about, but
Not
praise
just churning out really cool advanced chips, but also
praise
building
Squam,
a
I
massive
guess.
scale location to do it. We're
Yahoo!
talking 100 million square feet, so about 10 Tesla gigafactories.
Never forget the
All
Pound
of this
Subathon.
together
I will
sounds
never. That was one of the
A bit
craziest
fantastic, a bit out there,
few
but these
days
are
of my
real
life.
steps that we are taking right now.
It'd be better if it was
that
purple. If
are gonna
what
set
was
us up to
purple?
eventually become a
If
galactic
Dan was
civilization.
purple, would
That
you like
sounds
him
really
better?
cool.
Should
I
he
mean,
be like
harnessing
Thanos?
meaningful amounts of power from the sun, supporting all of those AI applications that are going to change our daily lives and making humanity a multi-planetary
We're talking about if
species.
friggin'
If you wanna
Starling,
learn
the
more, you
Starling
can watch
satellites
the
were
full
green or purple.
conversation on our website. Hopefully a link appears on the screen. If not, go look up Starmind. So the future's
I don't
looking
see
pretty
a link.
sweet, but first things first, we've got Flight 13 ahead. Let's jump down
11
to
minutes,
Kate
11
and Nate
seconds.
for what's ahead.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, the future is built on progressive steps like today's test. So let's
Well,
dive into the flight profile that
it's
we're going to see
hopefully,
today.
hopefully it
That's right, we've got
actually
an
is
exciting day in
progressive.
store. So starting
progress
with
and
liftoff,
not-
super
not
heavy
a
will ignite those
regressive
33 Raptor 3
test.
engines right off of Pad 2 here in Starbase. We will then power through ascent ahead of hot stage separation, where the booster will shut down all but 5 engines at the bottom. Stage 2 will then light its own Raptor engines, pushing off from Super Heavy and starting our stage separation maneuver known as hot staging. We will then have the directional booster flip using 33 engines, and after coasting for a few minutes, the booster today will target a landing burn and ocean splashdown a few miles off the coast of Starbase.
Ship's going to keep the party going with
what's with-
its ascent burn to a suborbital trajectory, followed by
doing
deployment
6-7
of those
stuff
20
again. At least
Starlink
the friggin'
V3 satellites.
recovery guy
We
who
also
does
plan
the
to relay
6-7
a
thing
single
isn't
Raptor
around this
engine.
time.
Re-entry is just a
He's-
few
he
minutes
caused
later,
problems.
which should provide some amazing views thanks to Starlink, and typically we see some pretty fantastic views of
Yeah,
the
let's
ships
get to
blistering
it. 10
re-entry
minutes.
through the Earth's
In 3,
atmosphere.
2,
The plasma
1.
blanket will
Within
form around
10.
the vehicle and never prevails
Flight
to
6
provide
out of-
epic
yeah.
scenes. And lastly, we'll conclude today's test with the landing flip,
Let's
a landing
hope!
burn, and a splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
He has been
And
disposed
with that,
of.
let's
Yeah.
kick it over to Dan for a countdown update.
Thanks, Kate. Good news. We just heard from the flight director. We are T-minus 10 minutes. We're a little bit past that now, not tracking
Good
any
news.
issues for launch today.
All right, let's
Range
clean
continues
count
to be
and
green.
go.
Our range team hard at work, making sure we're clear out in the Gulf and in the Indian Ocean, where we're going to be sending the Starship.
Bird,
Weather
you gotta
continues to be
get out of
gorgeous.
here, buddy.
Again, no
Get outta here,
clouds.
bird.
We scrubbed our attempt yesterday, or didn't even try yesterday, because we had such poor visibility. Weren't going to be able to see those tiles on the way up. That's a key kind of experiment objective for this flight today, and so we're looking
I am
really
so
good with
confused
weather
with half
today.
the thing you got, half the
In the
things you
future,
guys are saying in
we'll
chat over
see
there.
what kind of adverse weather we can fly into. We are capable and allowed to launch
We
into
should
lightning,
Starship should
but we're
just
gonna utilize
yeet
that
itself
new
into a
capability
thunderstorm one day
carefully
just for
as
fun,
we
just to see if
eventually
it could do
continue
it.
to
That'd be
evolve
hilarious.
Starship to fly it at an airplane like Cadence. You can
Wouldn't
see
that
the
be
propels
amazing
there
to
on
get
your
like the
screen.
onboard
We're
footage of it just
about closed out
blasting
the main
through a
tanks on the
thunderstorm
ship.
cloud?
We just started propellant load in
Wow,
the header
wow,
tanks
wow.
on Starship. Those are the two smaller ones up top.
I
that
like
we'll
it.
hopefully be using for the in-space burn and a landing burn at the end of its mission.
I would like you a lot.
We started loading our propellant at about T-minus 35 minutes today, and we're going to continue
Diddy,
all the way
yes, Diddy.
down until we're inside 3 minutes to launch. We'll close out at about T-minus 2 minutes and 50 seconds on booster, and then 2 minutes and 10 seconds
Hello.
on the ship. So at the moment, we're looking good.
Risk for
Down
random,
launch time,
hello.
5:51 p.m. Central. A couple
Guten
of minutes
Tag.
into our window today.
I'm literally
So
0%
we'll be back
German,
real
but I'm
soon.
going to say
Toss it back
Guten
down to
Tag
Kate and Nate.
anyway. Where's my $3,
Thanks,
Pyle?
Dan. Recently, NASA announced the astronauts for the upcoming Artemis 3
yeah.
mission. The Artemis 3 mission is a crewed demonstration mission in low Earth orbit designed
Get
to
PayPal.
demonstrate critical systems.
Actually,
needed
I don't even
for
have a
future
PayPal.
lunar landings.
I emptied my PayPal.
Astronauts Andre Douglas, Luca Parmitano, Randy Bresnik, and Frank Rubio, as seen there on your screen. They will crew the mission, and it's slated for
it calls for you. Pick up.
It's a great
what?
crew, and it's also the penultimate
you're talking about
mission,
friggin'
the
from the
final
Minecraft
test
server
before
3
Artemis
years
4
ago?
attempts to put astronaut boots back on the moon
Four
for the first time since
and a half years ago?
1972. We'll be launching a Starship with a docking port on the nose so we can practice rendezvous and docking with the crew. And one key test objective comes after docking, where we will be able to test out maneuverability of the vehicles together while in space. This has the new importance as the revamped plan for lunar landings use Starship to do the burn, sending astronauts to the moon.
Some
from
aerial
Earth
photo,
orbit.
ring ring.
And
No
one
one's
other
ringing
cool
me.
ad, NASA
Hello?
is putting
Ring,
two
ring, hello.
SpaceX mini lasers on Orion to connect it to our Starlink constellation, with the goal of enabling 4K
Starship.
imagery and video from
You
the
guys are getting
spacecraft
distracted.
while in space. So that's going to be pretty
I was
awesome.
getting
to see.
on about the
Awesome news
IRS.
for sure.
I am.
Yeah, there's
My
lots of
income
excitement
is
planned
not
for
high
next
enough
year
for the
as we all
IRS
work
to
together
care about me.
send humans back to the moon. And speaking of sending humans to space, former SpaceXer and current NASA astronaut Anil Menon is actually up on the space
Oh, that's
station
cool.
right now as part of Expedition 74, and he captured these sweet photos of Starbase.
That is very
during an
cute. That was
ISS
reminds me of the other
flyover.
guy who used to
Hi,
take a bunch
Anil.
of
We're
pictures.
all waving back at you, buddy.
I can't believe I
It's
forgot
awesome
his
to see
name,
the
but
whole picture
you know, he was
here,
that one astronaut.
as
He
there's
came
lots of
down in a
facility and
Soyuz, I
infrastructure
believe.
development
And
going on. But
Don
Starbase
Petit,
isn't
I
alone
think.
on that
That
front.
was. I
It
think Don
changes every
Petit is
day,
who I'm thinking of.
But talking about other locations, work is well
And
underway.
he
in
was like
Florida to
70
get
and in
pads
space, which
39A
was really
and
impressive.
37A ready for future Starship launches, potentially later this year. Starship launches from Cape
I want my
Canaveral
$3.
are key to hit the necessary launch
I
cadence
will-
to get back to the moon,
Yeah.
build a moon base, head to Mars. All the
I probably owe
exciting
you
stuff
interest,
ahead
right?
in
It's
the
been so
future.
long.
Yeah,
I probably owe you
exactly.
like
And
$80.
that future gets closer and closer with tests.
What was I
like
going to say?
tests like
Venmo.
today's
Do you have that? I could
And with
Venmo.
that, we
I don't
are
know.
just
Can I
under
Venmo?
6
Let's
minutes
see.
until launch.
Is
So
my
that
Venmo
brings
account
us to
set
terminal
up?
count. Excitement is definitely getting traction down here as the crowd is gathering just behind us on the lawn outside, and happy to say, still not a cloud in the sky. Dan, how are things up at Mission Control?
Things are still looking really good, Kate. We are still not tracking any holds on the board. No issues with the vehicle or with
Play
the
13
pad.
and 13. Well,
Our
I see
range
60 people
continues to
watching
be
now.
Green, both in the Gulf and out in the Indian Ocean for flight today. We'll continue.
It's not looking
monitoring
good
that
on the
all
luck
way
front.
down,
Well, with
to the
this flight
final
number, it
minutes.
never is.
We are going to be closing out our propellant loading on the booster and the ship within the next 3 minutes.
The
We're
13
gonna
cancels.
have
Oh, yeah.
11.5
Well, we're up to
million
16 viewers now. I don't
pounds
know
of
what
liquid
is
oxygen and
the
liquid
effect
methane
is.
on both of those stages.
Is no
once we're all
longer
done.
in action.
Then it'll be time for the pad.
effect
to
is no
essentially
longer in
ready
effect.
Itself, where we clear out all of the.
Yeah, but
props
looks like we're
that's
just
been
about
flowing
topped off here,
through feed
almost
lines
on the
up
booster
into
and
the
ship
launch
as we
mount,
come
up
within
into the
5
tower.
minutes. In a
Those
couple
go
minutes,
back
I
into
believe
the
it's 2
propellant
minutes
farm,
50 seconds
get
is
it
when.
ready, and we'll do those
What is
final
it, booster
thrust
prop
vector
load is
control,
complete?
Those steering checks as we get a little bit closer.
Yeah, booster prop
If
load
we need
complete.
to hold that hold time, it's new for this launch, and we saw it briefly on our attempt last week. That hold is set at T-minus 60 seconds.
I'm gonna just expect the hold. I
That's
mean,
where
it hit and
pause,
cleared
we
almost
can wait.
instantly last
We
time.
needed to just
So
hang
maybe-
out for any pressurizations, anything like that to clear.
I think
We've got a couple of
most
minutes to hang
flights
out.
it
We
has
will
hit the
only hold
the
if
hold.
there's an
So I'm gonna
issue.
expect
We're
it to
not
hold as much as
tracking
I really
any
don't
holds
like it.
on the board
It's
right
very
now.
nerve-wracking, but
That's right.
'Cause you get all
Now,
hyped
once
up and then
T-minus
it just-
60
and,
seconds
oh, we
passes,
have to
a
see
number
what's
of
going
events
on.
will occur in rapid
Even Lucky
succession.
13
Both
knows.
the ship and booster will
Lucky
configure their
13,
comm
it's
systems for flight,
propaganda
and they will rapidly
not
run leak checks
just
on
to-
gas and fluid tanks. Meanwhile, the booster will
People
be
who
going
said
to internal power, and its engines will get their
That
final
13 is
grounding
unlucky
for
is
launch.
fake
Those
communist
ship engines will
propaganda.
also begin their ascent bleed profile, and it will arm its automatic flight safety system. There's a lot of mechanical activations on the tower side as well, with one critical step being unlatching of the quick disconnect, feeding propellant into the ship.
And once T-minus 60 seconds has passed, we still have the ability to rapidly recycle the count
It's all
under certain
connected.
conditions back to
Oh,
that T-minus 60
entering
seconds
13,
point
flight
and
13,
hold
13
there to
boxes
assess
of
what
root beer.
happens,
Yeah,
and
it's all
proceed once
it's all
again
coming
to
together.
0. There's an estimated 5 to 8 minutes of hold time, and that's largely driven by the propellant temperatures that we see on the vehicle while holding. The flame diverter on pad 2.
All right, coming up on 3 minutes here, chat.
Of Starship. That
We ready for this? We ready for an epic flight number 13?
If we trigger a hold
Beautiful
after
drone shot.
T-minus
Beautiful drone
17
shot.
seconds, that will result in a scrub for the day, as we've already turned on the water. Now, for those that
Within
have just
3.
recently tuned in, once again, our primary test objectives for today's test flight includes a successful liftoff, stage separation.
Yeah,
We
successful
also
liftoff. Very
plan
important
to
key objectives. All right,
deploy
let me get
20
reoriented here.
Starlink
Let me get
V3
locked in.
satellites. We have real satellites on
One
board.
last swig
We
from the
expect
water.
to have about 20 minutes of available time to speed run
Nice
some
and
tests,
hydrated, nice and ready to
really
go.
allow
Let's
the
go here.
Starlink engineers to put
Starship
into the
Flight
test in that
13.
time.
That's right, and we also have the
Rock
soft
and roll.
splashdowns planned for both the booster
Let us
and the
rock.
Going to be
And let
super
us
exciting
roll.
to
I'm
see
going
if
to turn
we
a
can
little
return those
bit
safely
higher on the
back, so
volume
that way
here,
we can get ready
just so
for
we can
tower
get
catches
that
again.
rumble when it comes up.
And just a quick check-in, we got our final green light from the range.
All right.
Not tracking any
Here we go.
issues on ascent or out in the Indian Ocean for entry. So it was kind of the final go for flight that we wait for in these final minutes. Prop load now closing out on both vehicles.
Here we go.
have no holds on the board. Again, that we've got that gate at T-minus 1 minute. We're only
ready,
going to hold
chat?
if there's a reason, and currently there are no reasons.
I'm ready.
Coming up here in a few seconds, we should have.
Whoa.
Actually, right there we can see on screen. That's the base of
I don't
the
know what I'm
super
doing.
heavy booster.
Pre-launch rituals.
Those are the 33 Raptor engines, and we expect to see and there they go, the TVC checkouts, also known as engine wiggles. We're activating those thrust vector control actuators to ensure that those
It is a
center
beautiful view.
engines and the inner radius as well have the
All
ability
right, let's
to
see if
steer
we
the
hit
rocket.
the.
Yeah, super cool to see how fast.
Let's see if
those
we hit
move.
the
I mean,
hold here
in flight,
at T-minus
it's
1. He
amazing
says
to
they're
see how
not
it steers
tracking
the
any, but
vehicle.
at one, it
We're
always
coming up
something
on that
usually does seem to
T-minus
come up.
1
Let's see if
minute
we
now on
hit the
our
hold or if we
countdown,
go
so
straight through.
Let's listen in to see if we pass that gate.
Very intense. And we're going.
All right, we are through the gate.
No hold.
Still no holds on the board.
I mean they can
50
still pop
seconds
up,
to go.
so we're not in the clear
Starship
yet, but
getting ready to
we're looking
fly.
pretty good here. Starship, Flight 13, please God work. Pray for Starship Flight 13. Woo. No RUD, successful flight. Here we go. 30 seconds.
Flight directors go for launch.
Go for launch. I'm back. Good time to get back, furries. We are 20 seconds away. Ten seconds.
9,
Deluge.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
And
3, 2, 1.
ignition. 33. We have liftoff. Starship Flight 13 underway. Tower is clear. Woo, buddy.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Pitching downrange. We're in the roll program.
Nominal.
33 out of 33 edges. Much better than the previous attempt. 30 seconds into flight.
30
Approaching max
seconds
Q.
into flight, 33 out of 33 Raptor engines
You
lit on the
spin
super
me
heavy
right
booster
round.
arcing away from
Big
us
roll
here
program.
at Starbase.
Humble engine. No engine failures. No engine failures. 45 seconds into flight.
Coming up on max Q, maximum aerodynamic pressure, which again for this flight is going to be higher than it has been on any
Oh,
of our
look at the
previous
vapor.
Starship flights.
Oh, look at the engine view. Or the condensation, rather. Should be through max Q.
Right, so
Vehicle
we're
has
passing
reached
through
maximum
that
aerodynamic pressure.
There we go, there's max
aerodynamic
Q.
pressure over a minute now into flight. Still seeing 33 out of 33
Alright, so
Raptor
booster
engines
engine
lit and
shut
burning.
down.
Our
is
next major
at
moment's going to be coming up in just a little over a minute from now when we're going to get to hot staging.
220.
We're going to
218,
shut down
218.
all but 5
All right,
of those
218
engines
is
on the booster. It's our
shut
version
down.
of MECO. Most engines cut off. And then we're going to ignite the 6 engines
Pitching
on the
down
ship.
range, very nice. This
So
I have nothing to
while
say.
it
This
is
is a
still
perfect
attached
launch.
to do
Everything's
that
going perfectly.
separation. As a reminder, we
Absolutely
try to do a
beautiful.
directional flip, so
No
when
engines
you
out.
watch on your screen, we're
All right, we're
hopefully
doing
gonna
the
be
roll
sending
now.
that
I think to
booster
line up
towards
for
bottom of the frame. For the booster itself, it's like
separation
doing a
attitude.
flip up.
We're about 20
It'll go
seconds away
towards the
now
bottom
from
of your
Miko.
frame. We do that by lighting the engines.
The sheer
in a
loft.
slightly
Yeah, I mean, it
staggered
is.
sequence.
It is. It's. This thing is so awesome. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at those. Oh,
Standing by for hot seat.
V3 is such a beautiful engine. Raptor 3. It's an amazing engine. All right, here we go. Let's watch the stagger down. There's stagger down. And
All
6
but
good on the
5
ship.
engines
Watch for
down.
acceleration. Ship is accelerating.
Accept.
And all 33
Six
lit up on the
ignites.
booster. Oh my god, they've lit 33 on the booster for the boost back. Switch back to the booster. What's going on with the booster? That thing has got to be cruising.
And the booster
And there's
now
down to
doing
12
its boost back
or
burn. It
13.
looks like we lit all 33 initially. Now we're down
Wow.
to 13. We're seeing 6 out of 6 Raptors lit on the ship.
All right, and now down to 3 for the boost back. Like, I want to see a velocity on the booster. And there's
Shut down.
was that nominal? I hope. Is that nominal? That looks.
And boost back
Maybe.
burn shut down. So it looks like we were able to get through the boost back burn this time around. It was one of the key objectives we didn't have on the last flight.
I wonder if they
And we've
purposely
got
didn't
6
show the
engines
velocity
lit
on the booster.
ship.
That thing had to be pulling 10 plus G's or something. Wow.
All right, so that's the first of 2 burns that the booster is going to
All
be
right.
doing to kind of send it.
I hope someone
back
on the
towards
ground
us.
has like a tracking shot of that
It's
booster
going to be
just
landing
zoom.
a couple of miles offshore
yeeting
from
itself
Starbase.
back.
Hopefully, we're going to try and get it all the way down to do a landing burn,
All right.
where we're going to use those 13 center engines.
We
They're
should
going
be
to
getting
ignite. That's what's going to
apogee
really
on the booster
bleed
here in a
off
couple
all
seconds,
that
hopefully.
velocity that it's built up. And it'll eventually, hopefully, transition to 5 engines.
We have 6 good engines
kind of
on the ship
fine-tune
still.
it,
If you remember on
path it,
Flight 12,
and then all
one
the
of
way
the
down to 3
RVACs failed
for the remaining bit.
prior to this point, so we're already doing better than Flight 12. This is looking perfect so
All
far.
right, we've got a couple of minutes to go until we get
I think
there.
we're at apogee
so
on the
booster's gonna
on the
coast
booster.
for a little bit.
All right, booster is
Ship
coming
still
back
seeing
down.
6 out of 6 Raptor engines lit.
That would
4 minutes
easily-
into the flight.
Yeah,
Ship's got about 4 minutes left. Getting some killer views. Kate, Nate, how's the view
Miko
from
or
out-
Seiko is
from
scheduled
down there?
at what, 8:05?
It was
8:05.
incredible. I mean, it just shot off the
You hold
pad
with all the
and
telemetry.
seeing all the crowd now running
Oops,
back
I
inside
think
to
that's
take
ice or
views on the
something.
screen here. It was amazing.
Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna learn to not stare at the engines because now I have a bright blob in my
We
vision.
have 6 out of
But
6
now,
good
speaking of
engines on
vision,
the
we
ship
could
going.
See, both stages
You can
there
see there's
on
the
your
plume
screen.
from the
Starship's second
booster.
stage is still
Look at that.
firing its
You
engines.
can see the shadow
can follow
cast by the
along with
plume.
that,
That's
with
incredible.
the GUI down on the bottom right-hand side of
Should I
your
pull to see something?
screen.
That'd be like one of the most
Still
Kerbal
following
things
the
imaginable.
planned flight
Kerbal
path
can
as
handle it.
well. Beautiful
Oh,
views
look at
of
the
planet right there
plume.
behind the ship.
You can see how the vacuum plume is expanded way more than the sea
That's
level
right, and
plume.
we're actually getting a live shot off the booster right now,
Oh,
an
that's so
onboard
cool.
camera.
That is really cool.
You can see the plume from Starbase where it just lifted off 5 minutes
Starship
ago.
on nominal trajectory.
All right, and now things are going to start happening pretty quick
We
here with
are
the
there.
booster.
We are there. That is us.
I kind of want to run back outside and wave.
Right.
Is
Now,
that
again,
thing's looking
this
like it's going to
booster
get pretty
is not
close.
planning to come back to the tower
It's getting-
or to launch site for
Oh.
this particular launch. We are going to be planning to do an ocean splashdown just off the coast of Starbase. So hoping to
There's
still
definitely
get
some hot
amazing
spots
views
over
of that.
there. Maybe that's just from the exhaust of those engines. We've seen kind of stuff like that on a lot of flights,
Pretty
and there's a
awesome to
lot
see
of
the
there's
Raptor
definitely
engines
some
there.
gas
on the
up there
left-hand side
and
of your
something
screen,
hot
you
over
can
there.
actually see the plume there.
Let's hope it's fine.
Of those center Raptors, those
Nothing brake
those are the
bleeds.
sea level ones, as well as the vacuum Raptors are the 3 on the larger
Definitely-
ones on
definitely
the
pretty orange
outer
up there.
radius.
Is it getting oranger? I hope not. Ship, please make it. I think it's fine.
Now, just like on tower catches, we are going to be doing a 13-engine landing burn to slow the booster down. Hopefully, we
So
can
close
get
to
a
the
live
coast,
camera
yeah.
of the booster
All right, can we
right
get
now.
let's switch back to the
as we're
booster. The
going
booster's
into
getting
that
real
phase.
close. Here it is.
Awesome
Here we
shot.
go.
You can see it
We're
there.
coming in.
So right now, the booster is using their 3 hypersonic grid fins to guide itself through the
All right,
atmosphere
let's see if we can get
toward
a
its
good
landing
ignition
site.
for the landing
You can see
burn.
we're
This
only
is big.
5 kilometers above the sea.
4
right
kilometers.
Start it.
And uh-oh.
Just heard the call out for
That's
landing
not
burn
good.
startup
Can it
for
stop
the
in
booster.
time? Okay. Okay. Is
I have
it?
a feeling the crowd's about to go wild here.
That does not look very controlled. Ah!
And another awesome landing for Super Heavy.
I'm not sure that was a
Congratulations to all the
complete
teams
success.
here at Starbase and at our SpaceX team. An amazing, amazing view.
They lit some of them. It didn't quite have enough juice to slow all the way down.
Everything continues to go well with Ship, as you can see there on
Okay,
your screen.
well, maybe no booster catch for the next one, but Ship is looking good. Did it tuck in its flaps?
Yeah, we've got about a minute left with the Ship engines on. Just looking at the booster real quick, it didn't look like we lit all 13 engines that
No,
we were
it did
planning
not.
for that initial landing burn. We were targeting a softer splashdown, and
Yeah.
as you saw, it came in with quite a bit of velocity still. So landing velocity did look a little bit high, but
I think I agree with that,
really
Dan.
cool to make it all the
Good
way
thing
back
they didn't
this
try
time
catch.
to
Yeah,
the
that
landing
would have
burn.
been
We'll
like a
dig
pad
in,
run.
figure
That's
out
what
how
we're
to
scared
turn
about
on all those
happening
engines
for. They're just doing
and
a
then
big
get to a
yaw.
full landing soon.
You can see that. You can
But
see it yawing.
all
and-
eyes on Ship. We are
I feel like I've seen this
just
before, so I think it's
a little
nominal.
ways away from getting those
Start up
engines
terminal
turned
guidance.
off. We expect it to burn about 8 minutes and change.
All right, we should be
in,
dropping
so
the
hopefully just
vacuums
about
here any
15
second.
minutes to go. Sounds like we just got the sonic boom.
Yeah,
here.
we
I was
sure
wondering
did.
what
That
that
was
was.
awesome from the booster splashdown.
All right, 8:05. This is the. There it is. Oh, they shut them all off at the same time. They
And
didn't.
engine shutdown.
No stagger down. They used to on all the previous flights. They did the vacuums and then they just shut them all down. Interesting. Right on time too. All right, welcome
All right,
to
Starship 6
orbit.
Raptor
Welcome to
engines
suborbit.
have successfully shut down.
You can see
Nominal
a little
orbit
bit
insertion.
nominal orbit. How about
And
that?
there's our call out for nominal orbit insertion. So we got a ship in space. We've got a booster in the Gulf.
Is there a
where
payload
we
or
were
anything else
planning
to know
send
about?
it.
They have
a hell of a
functional
start to the
Starlink
day, Kate.
V3 satellites
yeah,
on
it
board.
sure is. All of our colleagues here are
They are
filing
going
in through
to
the doors. A lot of people wanted
be
to
expended
stay
because we're on a
outside and, hear
suborbital
the boom.
trajectory.
And so it's pretty great to see a ship
So,
in space, and everybody's super
The
excited
Starlinks
right here.
will crash back
That's
down to
right.
the ocean
And
with
as
the
guaranteed,
ship,
it
but
has
they are
been an
functional
awesome
V3
day
Starlink
so far.
satellites.
All this action in just
They'll
9
catch next
minutes
flight?
now.
Probably not,
And
no.
objectives are done for the booster. Just want to quickly
Gone
flag
perfect.
that
Well,
that
not
booster
quite.
did land in a clear zone. We clear those before launch, well ahead, so that we ensure everyone is
Some
safe
little debris
before the
floating
launch
around.
and after.
All right,
So
let's
we're
see
getting
what the
ready
next
now
time. I
for
want to
our
rewatch that
in-space
booster
objectives.
landing.
Yeah, we've got a few minutes until the next milestone.
So
So,
payload
sit
de-
tight and enjoy the space views
Payload
and, of course,
deploys
the
at
space jams.
16:40, so
We'll
about
be back
7
here
minutes
at T
from
plus
now.
14 minutes to deploy our payload.
Let's rewatch that booster kind of dying. UFO behind the ship, yeah, that. So let's see what happened here. So we're coming in. Looking a little vibration-y, a little bit of shaking going on here. Aerodynamics going a little crazy. So we try to light some. You can see quite a few. Actually, the little lights do come on. So look at that. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9? Yeah, 10. So we get up to 10. If they had lit in just that, I bet it would have been a success. But then we lose 2, so now we're down to 8. Yeah, so we got 8 of 13, which probably wasn't going to be enough to slow us all the way down. Those are probably firing full power, like, oh, and then we go down to what, 5? Do we think those actually were failed, or did they just turn those off in preparation for a catch? I mean, nothing super energetic happens. I mean, it kind of just stops slowing down. Like, I feel like if they had all 8 lit, they could have stopped before they hit the water. I don't know what the guidance kind of the software was trying to do, but it, you know, if we I'm just watching the visual cam here. You can see it slows down quite a bit, and then right about here it just kind of stops and it just falls down, fall, and it hits pretty hard. And you're supposed to do a 5-edge lighting, so they probably added 1 from the middle ring because the center wasn't lighting. Yeah, that is probably what happened, but why would they stagger down to the 5 when the booster is clearly going too fast and isn't able to slow down? Did it do a simulated, like, divert, maybe? I wonder if it did that, like it realized, oh crap, I'm not going to slow down in time, I gotta go wong, but it probably would have turned more. Like, it didn't seem to do any sort of, like, simulated get-out-of-dodge maneuver. Unless something happened with the 5, because, I mean, it hit pretty hard. That would not have been a successful catch, unless those chopsticks are real beefy. Water vapor getting... who knows if it was water vapor? Maybe, I mean... It looked like it hit almost straight retro, but not quite straight retrograde, because you can see... If it were to hit retrograde, kind of the area right under the engine, unless the engines are massively gimbaled, but the area right under the engines should start to get the kind of the splashy fire effects first. Oh, you can see it actually gimbaling. But you can see kind of over here, it's a little bit off-center. You see, it's a little bit off-centered, so it makes me think the booster is kind of doing one of these. It's like kind of power sliding in. I think the 13 engines failed, so they tried to compensate by not going to 3 engines, sticking with 5. Well, do they land? There's been some, I think, confused. Do they land with? Are they planning to land with 5 or 3? I don't know. We'll have to wait to hear more. Let's look at. We didn't get great views of hot staging, so they didn't really show any either tracking or onboard footage of the boost back, which I wonder if that was intentional or just they didn't have it. They added 5 as the middle, then go down to 3. Okay, they land with 5. Will they do a catch? I don't think after this. I think we'll have to do one more golf landing. So here's a stagger down to 5. Can't really see anything on the oh, you can see a stagger down there. Yeah, you can see it. And then there is hot stage. You can see the booster fly away. The engines come back up. But just looking at the telemetry, everything relit correctly. You see it flipping over. That all worked perfectly. And then the boost back worked perfectly. And then just the landing burn didn't work perfect. Same config as the boost back. That would make sense. Anyway, let's go back to live. Because we'll have payload deployed too. Well, let's watch the liftoff real quick. We got a minute or two here. Let's watch the liftoff. I'll put some sound on this so we can.
5, 4.
This is, I mean, a beautiful
3,
liftoff. Perfect.
2, 1.
Boom. Look at that. Here, oh, I was gonna say, look at that sound. Listen to that sound. Look how fast it goes. It absolutely zooms off the pad. Yeah, perfect. The fix it wasn't broken. It could be something different with the mass characteristic. I mean, this booster may be heavier, and they need, I don't know, more efficient. I don't think the sequence, the startup sequence of at least the landing burn, caused the mishap. I'm still very kind of skeptical of the boost back setup they got, but you never know. You never knew. Liftoff was, it seemed pretty quick. I mean, someone I'm sure will compare. I mean, we have speed the whole time, so yeah. Let's go back to live and see if we get the payload deploy starting up.
Deploy from the ship.
All right, has the door opened yet? Looks like it has. So your payload deploy 1640.
As Kate said, we should see the door open up.
33, and it is more
really
efficient,
soon.
yeah. Oh, the door hasn't opened?
Quite gotten it open already.
That looks like an open door.
We've got 20 of these Starlink V3
yeah, this
satellites.
is going to be like, what, 60 tons or
open.
something? Maybe not 60, but a lot of tons of...
And so, yeah, this is the first time we've got Starlink V3 satellites getting ready to go into space. And I mean, these things are really cool. Just kind of crazy upgrades that they're going to bring to the network, where you start talking about just symmetric gigabit speeds through the Starlink network pretty much anywhere on the planet that this is going to unlock. So really exciting. These satellites are only going to be in space for about 20 minutes.
You can see the light. You're definitely opening the door.
Sorry about that. These will only be in space for about 20 minutes, as they're on the same suborbital trajectory as Starship itself. This is essentially just giving us a chance to try and run as many tests as possible. deploy the solar arrays, antennas, whatever we can on these vehicles. We are intentionally being a little scrappy with it. They might be playing some bumper cars once they're out of the door.
Definitely
but
open,
we
yeah,
are
for sure.
looking to get these
It's
deployed.
exciting. I'm not nearly
over
as
the next
nervous.
couple of
I mean,
minutes.
this is, if you
in the
remember, for Flight
meantime,
3, and
they're getting ready
there
to
were originally some issues
also
going on
do
with
the
the
Raptor
door.
in space relight. Listening to a little
So,
bit of conversation.
but
on
now I
that,
think it'll
that
just.
we are
And the first
currently
time is kind
tracking
of
to do it.
a little
We'll give you
sketchy
some
where it like
updates we get
bonked into the
otherwise.
payload deploy. But here you go. I think this is just going to work no problem. I mean, here we go. First one, or first pair
There you
coming
go.
out. Or is it just
You
one
can
each?
see our first Starlink
Okay,
V3
it is a
getting
pair. Yeah,
deployed
so there
out
goes
of
the first
Starship.
one. And then comes back and shoots the other one
Huge
out.
milestone
This
for
is easy, the
team
bike
out
chain.
here.
And there it
Yeah, the
goes.
crowd is definitely hyped.
Oh, did it not pull
about
it back?
this. We could see these Starlink V3s.
As much as they
continuing
like
to
the
pop
daytime
out
landing,
with,
at some point I want to see a
deployment assisted by
daytime.
the Pez dispenser. Now, this
I
version
want to see a
of Starship
daytime
is built
payload
to
deploy.
up
That'd
to
be really
60
cool,
of
especially
these
so
more
we can get
advanced
the cool
Starlink
camera
version 3
shots of
satellites.
the exterior of the
Each
ship and
V3 is
actually the
designed
lighting.
to offer 1 terabit per
Space-grade bike
second
chain,
of
yes,
downlink
sir.
capacity. Now, let's put that into Falcon 9 terms real quick. A Starship launch with V3
Looks
satellites
faster. It
will
does
launch
look a little bit
20
faster. I was
times
thinking the same.
capacity into the
right, next
constellation
set going
as a
out.
single launch of V2 satellites on Falcon 9. Just incredible.
Nothing's that happy 1
And
a.m. for me.
Anybody
Oof.
that follows
Folsom Bryan.
Starship, you
I mean,
know
I don't know.
that the
There's a lot of
views that
different
we're
times.
being
Maybe
treated to
maybe it'll
right
be
now, the
easier.
views we get
Maybe we should
during
just get
those
into orbit,
re-entries,
and then
that's
there'll
made
always be
possible
daytime
by
at some point.
Starlink.
You know.
It's given us just this unprecedented look into Starship as it's
I think if the
flying
in-space
through
relight
hurtling
goes
through the
well today,
atmosphere.
I think there's a good chance
It's
we go to
powering
orbit
the
on
dozens
Starship
of
Flight
cameras
14,
we
which
have
would be a
on
big
board.
deal.
It's giving
A
us
very big
real-time
deal.
data on
2 a.m.
every
here. Ooh.
system that's telemetered
Little guy
on board
thinks
that
we're
vehicle
staying
in
up.
real time. We use the exact same constellation to power all of our cameras that we have out in the field here in the Indian Ocean. So really powerful technology for just connecting you no matter where the heck you are on the planet, off the planet. So thank you, Starlink, for letting me watch this stuff as we fly through space. It's pretty awesome. We get about 240
Payload
megabits
demo
per
is
second
scheduled to
of
complete
data
at
rate
27:39,
off Starship,
and then at
which
38:58 is going to
in
be
the
the
spaceflight community knows
relay
that's pretty
demo.
insane when you're usually dealing
about
with
20
single
minutes from
digits,
now, and probably one of the
on
biggest
some of the
watch
older systems.
items.
So gives you a lot of
this
insight, gives
mission.
you a lot of ability
You know,
to just
SpaceX could
rapidly
easily
iterate,
make
know
the
what the
biggest
heck
private
happened
space station
when
by
things
joining
go
Starships
wrong. But
together. They could
looks like
make the
we're
biggest private.
seeing
I mean,
some
they
more
could.
satellites.
There aren't
get out
any
the
private
door.
space stations
we
right now,
do
so
have cameras on some of them.
they could make the biggest
the
private
last
space
couple that are
station by
going to go
just
out are going to try and do the
putting a
heat
Starship
shield
in orbit and
imaging
letting
that
people
we
walk around
attempted
in it.
last flight. We don't have that camera view that we got
That's for a
on
V-Space
Flight
space
12,
station
where
training
you
tank. That would be really cool.
kind of see the satellite leaving Starship. Those aren't on the V3 satellites, but we are going to, on the last couple that go out, have some pretty narrow field view cameras that are going to be looking back at Starship, turn on some flashlights, and this is a test of a capability that we're really going to want when we start doing orbital flights, to just add that extra layer
Maybe burn
of
through. I mean,
safety,
there is
that
very,
extra
very
layer of
little on Flight
reliability
12,
where
so
we're
I think
gonna be
re-entry
able
is probably
to
going to go
image
pretty well.
Starship's heat shield.
And what Dan
after
is
it's
talking
gone
about right
through
now is very
ascent,
interesting,
after
by the
it's
way.
been in space before it re-enters. So we're going to try to test that
I don't know if you
again
guys heard, but what he's
today.
trying to say is when they get into
The
orbit,
heat shield imaging,
they're
we
going
didn't
to
get a
have
whole
these
lot last
the
time.
satellites
Looks
that
like
are
we
going
had
to
some
deploy, and they're going to be able to
thunderstorms
actually visually
on
look at
planet
the
Earth
heat
below us.
shield
But
while it's in orbit, and
couple
they'll
more
be able to, I
satellites to
guess,
go,
judge
looks
the
like.
health of the heat shield and decide whether or not
Yeah, it's pretty
it's
awesome
safe to re-enter
see
overpopulated
our
areas
V3s
and all
in
sorts
space.
of stuff like
I want to
that.
give a shout out to our
And they burn
Starlink
through these
colleagues.
Starlings. Yeah, it's going to be really cool seeing.
And we expect
Well, we never really
payload
saw the
deploy
dumplings
to run
burn up,
until
but,
about
maybe.
27
I mean, we've
and a
seen them
half
in the
minutes,
corner
so about
sometimes.
another
so,
7
I don't know.
minutes here. The Starlink team
A
will
lot
be
of
attempting to speed
the
run
black
these
isn't
tests,
very good
or
black
excuse
on
me,
this
speed
camera.
run test these version 3 satellites, where they will attempt to do a few tests, such as extend the new solar arrays
there
and
might be a little bit of
antennas.
lightning
They're also
visible
going to try
over
and
there.
connect these V3 satellites
of course it
with
hasn't
ground
happened again.
stations and turn on the satellite's communication systems.
There is very little usable
And
data
they're only going to
coming
have
through. This is
about
very
20
pixelated.
minutes or so to do all of this, as these
So,
satellites
yeah, you could.
only
yeah.
have that long before they demise in the atmosphere or break up due to that friction when they
And a clap for every Starlink. Yeah, it's not quite as cinematic this time. I mean, it's kind of routine now. I don't know. I will admit, guys, I'm not as excited watching a payload deploy this time. It's kind of just turning into a payload deploy. Payload deploys usually aren't the most exciting part of missions. I mean, if it works, that's exciting. Like, oh, the payload made it over, but just watching the stuff physically float away, it's like, oh, okay.
For Starlink, for the Starlink team, as Dan mentioned, 6 of the satellites have been modified.
That's probably why, because with the relight they'd be in a different location.
Starship's heat shield.
It'd been really hilarious if on Flight 12
one of them our analysis of Starship's readiness for future catch returns back here at our launch site. So for those that might be unfamiliar, we are
we're having a pretty cool re-entry. Everything's working fine.
Our super heavy booster.
Incoming
we've
satellite.
done that a couple of times. We have not yet attempted to catch our second stage or ship. And so that is going to be a very exciting milestone when that day comes.
For sure, and we're building up to it with today's tests. We are still planning to do our water splashdown in the Indian Ocean. So stay tuned for that. That's only about 40 minutes away. But still, in space, we keep on deploying our Starlink satellites.
How many of these are there?
Again, these are our V3 version of our Starlink satellites, a whole host of added capabilities to our version 2 that's currently in orbit.
And this is our team here at Starbase, Texas.
These are all of the team members that have helped build the vehicle, that have built the Pez dispenser, and got it ready to fly today. Amazing work.
Yeah, Pez dispenser
for those
is
of you
doing
that
really
have
well.
just recently tuned in, there is a spaceship in your screen, we promise. Right now, the ship is in orbital darkness, so we don't have any available sunlight.
Issues. Yeah, they
the
definitely
sun
haven't been
to help
as
illuminate
reliable.
the scene, but what you can see moving
V2.
out from that
V2
smally
was
lit
actually fairly
space,
reliable.
those are the V3
There were
satellites
other
as they're
issues
being
with version 2
deployed,
of Starship.
and essentially the ship is illuminated from the inside, and so we're able to see the light come out
waving on
through
camera.
the payload door.
Right. Just a really small sliver of light at the top. That's our Pez dispenser. That's how we're
I mean, it was a little
loading our
disappointing
satellites
seeing the
into the
landing
rocket
burnout
and
work on the
deploying it.
booster. Or,
It's
I mean,
pretty
it partially
novel.
worked, but it didn't work enough for a catch. So
We've got about 3.5 minutes still left of our payload deploy sequence.
you need a V3.2, maybe.
Yep, looks like we've got 16 satellites deployed, so 4 more to go. These last couple will have those cameras, so if you see any sudden bright lights, that'll be flashlights turning on those satellites to try and
part is the best part.
get some imagery of Starship's heat shield. 17 out the door.
The best
3
engine
more to go,
is no
and
engine.
18.
You should remove all of the engines. All right, are these 2 and then the camera ones, hopefully?
While we wait for these last 2, we did confirm we are still go for our Raptor relight demonstration a little bit later in the flight today, so we will be looking to relight one
by
of
the
those
way, on the
Raptor
SpaceX,
engines
by the way,
on ship.
on the website, this is something
That'll
really
be our
cool
next
that you
major
can do. I think I
milestone
pointed
after we
it
get
out.
through
I mentioned
these
it
final
last
2
time during
satellites.
stream. If you go to the SpaceX website, you can see the live view. Where is it? Where is it?
Just at 25 minutes into our flight, it's crazy to think that we're already screaming at 27,000
There's somewhere where you can see a live
200
map of all the
kilometers above the
spacecraft
ocean
in orbit.
surface. Amazing.
Yeah. Now, for those of you that lost count, we have deployed
here it is.
almost all of our 20 Starlink satellites.
vehicle tracker, so you
I
can
believe
see all
our
the space
last count was
stations
at
here as
18, so
20.
we should be seeing
So Crew
2 more.
13, or I guess not launched
And
yet, but
we're
you can
very
hear Flight
excited to
13
see our version
Starship
3 satellites in space.
is.
And these are
I'm not sure why
fully,
the little
like,
line
these
is
are
showing
real
where it's going to
satellites.
be
They're
and not where
just
it was. That's a
demonstration,
little counterintuitive,
sats
but
like we had last
and the
time.
speed isn't working,
These
and the
are
mission
going
time isn't
to
working. Oh no, 25 minutes.
basically have
That's
a
correct.
20-minute lifespan.
The
where
altitude's
our
working,
Starlink
the
engineering
speed is not
team
working.
will attempt to perform
You can see
a
it's
number
right
of
here.
tests and really speed
That's
run
really awesome.
those
You can-
tests
it's
during
like
that
it's like
time.
flight radar, but
in
for a
terms
rocket.
of satellite lifespans, 20 minutes is it's the shortest you could possibly get.
Isn't that
But
awesome?
hopefully, in that 20-minute time frame, we can really try and ink out as many tests as we can.
It looks like we might have some This might actually be light from one of the Starlink satellites, as we mentioned before. A few of them,
Is
6
there
of them
light
actually
there?
are
Oh yeah, no,
equipped
it's lit up.
with
Yeah, we can see it.
flashlights to look back
The
at
lights
Starship
are working.
as we want
And
to
before,
image
that probably could be the stretchy
the
boy.
heat shield and understand the
Stretchy
heat
boy's
shield
gonna look
performance
weird.
through the ascent phase. As this information is
I
very
think I like
important
V3.
for us
V3's
to know and
V3's doing pretty
understand
good.
as we
V3's doing pretty good.
prepare for
I
operations.
mean, not
that will
perfect, but better than
enable
V2 and
ship
better
to
than V1
come
so
back
far.
to
So.
Starbase for landing.
No live
For
view
catch, I
of
should
the.
say.
Right.
Or on Flight 12, it came a little bit later. My thing is.
We are about
To clear.
Let's just reset here.
complete.
Share the heat shield view. Are they actually going to get off to the heat shield?
Looks like we've just got those last 2 to go.
Oh, hello,
These
flashlight.
ones might be coming out. Oops, they're starting to see motion.
Hello.
$19 out the door. One more.
These guys seem pretty happy.
It looks like we got a crowd at our Hawthorne, California location. Some colleagues gathering outside of mission control there as well.
That marks, if I'm not mistaken, our 20th. So our payload deploy sequence is now complete.
All right.
Starship will now
Like
close its
NPCs, they look
payload
like
bay
happy
door
NPCs.
and continue to coast
You can
around
see the
Earth
shadow
through
of the
Indian
satellite, I
Ocean.
think, moving up.
Still a lot of
wonder if that's
major,
what that
major
is.
events to come today, including our Raptor relight burn at
All right,
T
that's
plus
in about-
38
there
minutes,
you go.
58
That's about 10
seconds,
minutes from now.
followed by atmospheric re-entry, where the heat shield will be
Look at all the
put to
light.
test, and
Let there be
eventually
light.
our splashdown. So with that, we're going to go ahead and go on to another quick coast.
Yeah, so sit tight, enjoy the views, and of course some more space jams. And we will come back here at T plus 37 minutes for our Raptor engine relight and of course Starship re-entry.
Can you guys believe it's been 13? This is the 13th Starship flight. Oh, it's over there, very bright. You guys believe it? 3 years it's been. I think the first launch was April 2023. Scatman is already ready to post video. You don't see the outcome. So yeah, he's predicted it. He's looked at. He can you know, put it all together. You can, you know, check out how the variance of the, what's all that light? Is that a satellite or is that like a camera artifact or a city, or I have no idea. That's like civilization, I think, that one. Satellite, maybe? Oh, there's some RCS going. Orienting the ship. We're probably going to want to get, yeah, we're going to want to get oriented. Starling constellation. Do we think those are like way away star? I don't think they'd be that bright. We'll be giving off all that light unless the sun is like bouncing off them like the moon. Looks like we're getting ready to reorient for the relight. Or maybe it's reorienting to get heat shield views. That'd be cool. See the forward flap moving? Maybe that is all the Starlink satellites. Maybe they all have lights on them. Even some goofiness, I don't know. Well, because I don't think it's the camera, because it's shown up on different. Originally it was top left, and that might have even been the other flap cam, unless the ship has done a 180. So I bet those could be the deployed Starlink satellites. I wonder. I wonder indeed. Good music going? Wow, 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 wow. Felt surprisingly excited. I felt nervous for this launch. I felt nervous. Would the sending somewhere else? I don't know. This is too complicated. It's something. There is something making light over there. Could be Starlink. Could be a regular star. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe someone smarter than me will figure it out. UFO. It's the aliens. Yeah, this flight. Yeah, so at this point, I'm trying to describe my feelings, kind of my attitude at this point. Yeah, I don't think excitement is really the emotion I feel as much. Like, for the first few flights, I remember staying up basically all night the night before and doing all sorts of things to, you know, prepare for the festivities of a Starship launch, including go to one or two of them, or attempt to. So it was like, a big momentous thing to be excited for, Whereas now, I think my feelings are more, I think nervous, rather than excitement. It's less about, being amazed by all the cool, 33 engines and, hot staging looking cool and, cool camera shots. I think now it's more about just wanting to see the test objectives be completed. So it's more like, nervousness, I think is the right. It's more like I want to see the checklist items get checked off because I want to see this thing. Really, what I'm truly excited for is a ship catch. That's really the big one. So what I want to see is, things getting, items getting ticked off the list in order to enable that to happen. I want to see a ship catch by the end of the year. I really want to. That's what I want. That's what I'll be truly excited for. These launches, I agree, they're not quite as exciting, but they're milestones that we need to get through to do a ship catch. I hit the mute button in time for my sneeze. Hit the mute button, time for the sneeze. I'm a pro streamer. Doing a lot of reorienting here. We're doing some lightning down there. There's the art. There, I bet. What are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That looks almost like the exact number of satellites as we're. I bet those are the satellites. I'm even excited for a booster catch because it doesn't seem. I'm more nervous for a booster catch. I'm more nervous because we've seen it work before. So, it working would not be an exciting new thing. It would be for obviously, V3, but with how these, the Flight 12 didn't even get through a boost back burn, Flight 13 landing burn, if that kind of weirdness happens during an actual catch attempt, you better hope they got good plans to get that thing out of the way before running the pad. That would be very, very exciting. Imagine, you see the booster coming in towards the pad, and it's like, oh, engines aren't working. And then it just kabooms into either right off the shore or right on inshore inland, and that'd be quite the cleanup job, I bet. All right, we are 4 minutes away from the Relight demo, so let's listen back in. I'm sure they'll be coming back in a minute or 2 or 3. Hope I don't get copyrighted. I have gotten copyrighted once or twice in SpaceX music before. Not cute. Not cute. We got 17 people watching. I don't think there's going to be much ad revenue coming through anyway. If anyone was here at the beginning of the stream, I have some issue with my eye. I feel like something was in my eye. Good news. The sharp pain has stopped. Mostly. Still happens a few times. Now it just kind of itches. I have an itchy eye, which I'm not sure is better. Kind of a repeat of the Flight 2 and 3 boosters, so maybe Flight 14 successful splashdown, Flight 15 successful catch. That's what I would expect. I would expect... What I was really hoping for was Flight 14... successful booster catch and then ship splashdown, but I want either way, assuming nothing goes horrendously wrong from this point onward, what I'm hoping for is a successful or an attempt, successful. I want them to go to orbit for Flight 14, which could be as soon as next month, I've heard some people say. I'm not quite sure about that, but I would really like to see orbit Flight 14 and then Flight 15, heck, booster catch, ship catch, all in one. Which would be crazy. We might even get a ship catch before a booster catch. I really want them to try a booster and ship catch on the same flight. Because, the ship will be in space. I think you've seen... I saw somewhere, I don't know if this is someone just making something up or not, but I heard somewhere that ship will be, it'll be 2 or 3 orbits, so, an hour or 2. the ship would be on orbit, which in theory is enough time to catch a booster and then like offload it. Really, it isn't. They probably wouldn't do it for the first try. So if I had to guess, either they're going to leave the ship up for longer than we think, like probably 4 or 5 hours is enough time for them to get the booster safed and offloaded and out of the way and the chopsticks ready to go again. Or maybe they will just land the booster in the Gulf and then just catch the ship. But how cool would that
Welcome
be,
back once
seeing
again
the
to the
chopsticks
Flight
do
13
both a ship
webcast.
and booster
If
catch
you're
in the
just
same
joining
flight?
us, our newest version of Starship,
They're
which
back.
you see there on your screen,
What,
successfully
ready for
deployed
catch
20
by then?
Starlink
Yeah, maybe
version
they'll
3
just catch
satellites.
the first
And I've got great news to share.
ship
Not
at catch.
only were we
Or
able
it's
to
the
make
first,
contact
to
with
catch
all
the
20,
first ship
but we
at,
also made comms over
at
lasers
Florida.
with all of them as
That'd be
well.
cool.
So that is awesome. Hell yeah! Shout out to our Starlink
I wonder if
team.
someone can make it
We're
to
so
both.
thrilled.
Huge milestone, and that's only 3
You
minutes.
know,
or
if you
5
get like a
minutes
2-hour
after
window, you could watch the
deploying
launch
them.
from
I mean,
Texas,
that's
then like
crazy.
Amazing.
sprint to the airport,
And
get on
right
a
now,
plane, and
we
make it to
are
Florida in
expecting
time.
a relight of
I
a
wonder if you
single
could do that.
Raptor
It'd be
engine,
real
and
tight.
that's
You
gonna be
probably
coming
couldn't. You
up
probably need a
in
fighter jet.
just
You need
over
Jared
a minute and a half now.
Isaacman's F5.
That's
Jared
right.
Isaacman's
We are going to
F5.
be lighting
Anyway,
one
let's,
of our sea level Raptor
let's
engines.
watch here for
and
the relay.
This is essentially
This is
just
very
a
important here.
demonstration that you can relight an engine after it's already done its ascent burn. And this is going to be really important when we do maneuvers for orbital missions, whether we're relighting to go into orbit, or if you're already in orbit and you're getting ready to do a deorbit burn.
38:58 is the
We
planned
can
time.
hear our Raptor team is go for the engine relight, so not going to be skipping it on this one.
All right, here
so
we go.
should see that coming up in just about 45 seconds from now.
Yeah, but you fly to
Again,
Florida
this is
only to be
not
met by a
deorbit
ship
burn for this
offshore.
ship.
Yeah, that'd be
We are
pretty
on a
lame.
suborbital trajectory, so this Starship is coming back over the Indian Ocean no matter what. But this is going to be a pretty critical test for what we'll eventually need to do when we do orbital missions. When you got to relight those engines, do a
20
burn
seconds.
to get yourself out of orbit. One thing that is unique on this one is we're going to be lighting it for a little bit longer of a time.
Okay.
We're expecting this burn
10
to
seconds.
be up to about 14 seconds. We've only done about 3 seconds previously.
3,
And so that should
2,
be coming up within
1.
the next couple of seconds. Let's stand by.
ignition.
Relight demo startup.
Velocity changing. Oh. Ooh. I don't understand how that
see
effect
relight
is
there
being
on your
created.
screen.
And shutdown.
Wow.
That
And
was
confirmation
crazy.
over the net.
Was that like the
Shut down.
atmosphere doing
The
something?
burn has
Wow.
ended. Congrats to the
I
team
did the
on
wall.
this
That was
milestone.
beautiful. 90s sci-fi.
I
It
mean,
does.
it's-
Yeah, that was
it's crazy
insane.
to see how we can
What was
maneuver
that?
in space, and just another icing on the cake for today's
People in South
mission.
Africa might have.
So we're going to
been
be
able to
taking
see
another
something
quick
cute.
break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes before re-entry, which is targeted for about
All right,
T
we
plus
are going to
47
start.
minutes.
You can see
so we'll
that
see you
it's still
soon.
coming on. That's cool. I'm just going to rewatch that real quick. That was pretty. Wow. Let's just. I mean, it lit up at what, like exactly 39, 39:01. You said 14 seconds, so 39 like 15 about is when we would expect it to shut down if everything was nominal. What a cool shot. Yeah, that looks like full duration to me. What a cool, look at that. That was wow. Orbit next flight. I don't think there's anything stopping it yet, assuming re-entry goes well. Alright, let's get back to live here. They don't officially start re-entry until like another 10 minutes from now. But the plasma starts, I mean, I think in the not too distant future. So
Mainline entry prep.
for sure, orbit next flight. We'll see about landing for ship catch. I don't think they'd land it next flight. I think assuming everything goes well, I think flight 15 will be the big one. Ship catch. I mean, going to orbit for the first time would be pretty cool too. That's a pretty big deal as well. I think ship catch is a bigger deal though. Because ship catch would be I would say the first successful upper stage, you know, I was going to say reuse, but what's the word? Landing? recovery. First successful second stage recovery. Which, okay, you could say space shuttle and like, yeah, is that really a stage? Space shuttle is kind of a glorified fairing with engines. So, I mean, but, you know, I guess the real big one is when they catch a booster and catch a ship on the same flight. I mean, that'll be full recovery, and that'd be a big deal. First ship reuse, I think, is also going to be an absolutely massive deal. The first time they fly a reused ship on top of a reused booster, and they demonstrate full reusability, that'll be a day for the history books, I think. When do you think Neutron is launching? I heard they had some issues like a month or two ago with like a test article breaking at beyond flight loads, but not so far above flight loads that you're comfortable with it. I don't think the end of the year, maybe Q1, Q2 next year, maybe, if we're lucky. I think Q2 next year is a good shot. Q1 27 if we're lucky. Zabrocken, ZZZBR Khan, hi, hello. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. I don't think this year is any. I think they're still officially targeting end of this year. I don't think that's going to happen for Neutron. Just like I don't think New Glenn is going to return to flight at the end of this year, like Blue Origin is saying either. If you follow spaceflight for long enough, it always, like, if you look at this thing, it always just takes longer. And Berger's Law, right? Which states that any launch planned for Q4 of a certain year will happen Q1 the next year. Or some version of that. Anyway, we're below 115 kilometers, so this might even be plasma we're starting to get here. So yeah, it is definitely plasma. It's a very light plasma. We're playing GTA 6. Is that not your thing? I am not going to be playing GTA 6. Not necessarily because it's not my thing, but because I just don't want to pay for it. I probably would like the game, but I actually haven't bought a video game in a long time. But it does look really cool. I'll probably definitely be watching people play it. Probably not myself, though. And my computer has issues. Although GTA 6 may be console. Although I have an Xbox One still.
Starship is starting entry. Good attitude for entry.
Have you played KSP2 Redux? I have not played KSP2 Redux. Is that a mod for KSP2? That'd be, maybe I'll have to look into it. Or is that a mod for KSP1 that makes it look like KSP2? Space Lightning in the background? Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty cool. Alright. We're about to cross back under the Kármán line. Apparently fixes KSP2. Okay. I think one of the bigger issue of KSP2 is all the missing features. I mean, yeah, you can fix all the bugs and make it run better, but it's still kind of an incomplete game. And, you know, I prefer, even a perfectly working KSP2, I prefer KSP1 over.
Welcome back
Under
once
100
again
kilometers.
to Starship Flight
Cross-adding
13,
oh,
the
that'd be
second
cool.
test flight of Starship version 3. As you can see by these pretty cool views on your screen,
Anyway,
the
we
ship
are
is
in entry,
currently
by the way. Let's
re-entering Earth's atmosphere.
Let's,
now, we probably have some
gotta get
first-time
refocused
viewers
here.
tuning in today, so let's talk about this phase.
Right, so re-entry, it's a critical phase of flight, and we need information on how the ship's systems perform. So re-entry, you can see that speed in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. We have to scrub all of that speed down, so that way we can safely land.
Does anyone remember if they're doing
a lot of energy,
fancy
to be able to
aerodynamic
scrub down
stuff
in.
this time?
It's all the energy that we just used to launch the rocket as
If
well.
you guys remember on the last flight, they
Starlink
did those
will
crazy
also help us gather as much
things with
data
the
as
flaps to
possible,
like
which is
purposely
really
stress
main
the
reason why we do these
controllability of
flight
the
tests,
vehicle.
is to
They are
see
okay.
how the ship performs in space and
That'd be
evaluate
cool.
how it,
I guess I could
how
have
it
just
works.
looked at the mission timeline.
Starlink provides us with one more path
Oh,
to
it
collect
doesn't
data
actually
to help us
say on
rapidly
the timeline,
iterate
but maybe,
Starship's
I'm sure they
design.
would have mentioned it
Yeah,
somewhere else.
exactly.
Someone's
and
alarm is going
if
off.
the ship manages to again
All right, let's
make
focus
it
in on
all
entry
the way
here.
through re-entry,
Everything's looking good so
we'll collect
far.
valuable data on the spacecraft flying through the Earth's atmosphere,
About
and
20
it's doing
minutes
so
from
at
splashdown.
hypersonic speeds, or more than 5 times the speed of sound. Re-entry is typically a portion of flight where
like we're
we
reorienting a little
don't
bit.
have communications with spacecraft because it's re-entering at or around orbital velocity, which is roughly 8 kilometers per second or about 5 miles per second. So at those speeds, the spacecraft is moving through the atmosphere so fast that it
Getting in orbit?
creates
I
a
hope
plasma
so.
field around the vehicle.
I mean, I don't see any reason why they
bla-
can't, but
that
you never
blanket
know.
of plasma distorts communication frequencies, so it's not uncommon to experience brief blackouts in communication. Starship is designed to land on Mars where there are no runways or other humans to help out, which is exactly why we're testing this landing procedure that we're doing today. And we're doing these propulsive landings instead of more traditional means like parachutes, because
Flaps have
propulsive
taken
landing,
control of the vehicle.
Flaps
you heard
have
that call out,
control
flaps
of
do
the
have control of the
vehicle.
vehicle. You can actually see one view, your screen moving around. That's actually a camera affixed to the flap. So as I was saying, we're testing these, doing these landings instead of more traditional means, so that way propulsive landing we can enable more rapid reusability.
Yeah. Now,
successful
we did just
probably
hear that
will.
call
Yeah,
out.
I
We should
hope-
continue to hear
yeah,
some
I
call
agree.
outs as the ship makes its way back to Earth. Now, when we hear
Re-entry is
something
looking
called
good.
entry max heating, as well as entry max Q, that means that the ship has made it through the maximum
Always cool to see
heating
the
and
different shock layers
aerodynamic
being formed
loads
on the-
that
like
it
the body here and
experiences
then on
as
the
it
flap.
returns. So, safe to say that if it makes it
I wonder
through
if the British
those
re-entry guys.
specific
Yeah, we actually
points,
got to
we're
see
doing
some of
pretty
the
well.
like kind of some face reveals for some of the kind of mission control people.
That's right. So we'll continue to
On
hear
the little
multiple call outs
documentary
as
they
we go
did.
through this phase.
Like I think we
One
saw
of
the
those
flight
callouts
director.
will be
I
that
don't know
the
about
ship
the
is
re-entry
transonic.
British guy.
We'll also hear another one when it's subsonic. Transonic will be referring to the period
close
of
the
flight or
company.
velocities of airflow surrounding and flowing
Sure,
past
they'll have
the
their
vehicle
reasons for
are
doing whatever they do.
concurrently below, at, and above the speed of sound, so somewhere in the range of Mach 0.8 to 1.2. For reference, commercial jets have a range of cruising speeds, but most fly at roughly Mach 0.74, 0.85. Just for reference, that's between 480 miles per hour to 575 miles per hour, or 770 to 930
This guy
kilometers
is
an hour.
giving a very detailed description of how fast commercial airliners fly.
Subsonic, another call out that you'll hear later on in the stream. Subsonic will refer
Everything
to
looking
speeds
perfect.
that are
I mean, here's
much
an aft
less
flap.
than the
We're
speed
looking
of
on a
sound.
forward
So
flap.
At this point
I
in
see
flight,
zero
the ship's
burn through
velocity will
anywhere.
be slowing down drastically.
Yeah, there's a
So
little
with re-entry
hot
well
something
underway,
there.
we'll take another
I
break
mean, you really got to search
and
for it on
return
these
just
new ones. I
before
mean,
the
this
ship's
heat shield
landing burn.
is doing
targeted
really
for
well.
T plus 1 hour and 5
And they're not doing
minutes.
all those goofy tile experiments on this one as much. Oh wow, they're going into a break. This is kind of baller. It shows a lot of confidence in the vehicle to, oh, this is routine now. We're just going to go to break while we show you live shots of this thing like screaming through the atmosphere at Mach 10. Commercial space missions it'll be, there's a lot of potential for Starship, definitely. It's going to be exciting times ahead. Exciting times ahead. Exciting times right now. I mean, look at this. I mean, they have the confidence to just go to break while the ship is re-entering. I think we are approaching the point where re-entry is going to be solved here on Starship. I mean, we'll see how. Oh, there's a little bit of a hot spot there. Really nice shot. Under 70 kilometers. Oh, the hot spot is not nearly as hot anymore. What is that? I think that's the forward left flap. Meow. Yeah, that hot spot, I almost can't see. Unless... Yeah, that looks like it's held its shape completely. I couldn't tell if there was like, you see there's like black and then no black. I don't know if that was. I think it's totally fine. The cameras suck today. You noticed that? I don't know if they're that much worse. I think some of the camera shots on Ascent were a little questionable. Like, we really didn't get to see anything of hot staging or boost back. So hopefully some of the kind of external photographers got some shots of that, like NASA spaceflight or everyday astronaut or lab padre. $1 trillion company, bro. Well, I mean, I'm sure they have internal shots they're not showing to us. You can see a little bit of that hot spot again on the front left one. They're getting cool pics after. I hope so. It'd be cool. Maybe they'll if they do another episode of that documentary, we'll get to see some more. Maybe. Speed's starting to scrub off. I want to see the that front left one is the one I'm most interested in, or maybe the front right. I don't think we've even really seen a shot of the front right flap, but I would like to see it just in case, just to keep monitor that kind of hot spot. I'm still kind of coughing from when I drank water wrong right before I went live. Oh. I mean, when do you think flight team... I've heard some people say, including Gwen Shotwell, the COO of SpaceX, that it could be as soon as August. That might be a little optimistic, but I mean, if everything goes perfect on the flight, I don't see why not. They can't just roll it out and go. Maybe August, but, you know, maybe September, I think, would be a reasonable estimate as well. A month or two, I think. Monthly, she said. Well, yeah, they are optimistic, though. I mean, if we can get once a month for the rest of the year, that'd be awesome. They ever going to come back? We're getting kind of low. We're getting pretty close to peak heating. Another like 5 minutes or so, I think. Everything looks pretty good. I mean, it's definitely glowing. I don't think that's any sort of issue. I mean, re-entry is hot. Well, I mean, these tiles aren't glowing. Maybe it's just the way the plasma's interacting. I don't think it'd be Elon time. Yeah, Elon is not trustworthy. I thought Gwen Shotwell said that, though. Gwen also runs on Elon time. Well, she runs on, like, Elon time light. Her timelines are a bit more realistic, but they, yeah, still the same genre of overestimating the issues. Or underestimating the issues, overestimating the successes, I guess, but... Here survived the heat last time it looked good. Last time I thought it looked pretty good. This time, I mean, I'm not seeing anything too much wrong this time. Let's see what the buoy cam looks like, or the drone shot. Engines are looking pristine. Here is back left. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Zero burn through. Or bottom left. Either one. Views to the left side. You can see the catch pin getting a lot of Plasma flowing around it. Something streaking down there. I don't know what that is, but and something streaking through there. Hopefully that's not a leak. Hopefully that's just plasma warping and doing weird stuff. Oh, it stopped. Oh, maybe that was just venting then. Could have just been venting. They are intrigued to come back. Nothing then. Yep. Yeah. I think we can conclude it was just venting. I like the catch pins really getting all toasted up here. We should be right at about peak heating now, I think. Back left again, 0 burn through whatsoever. Nothing to even comment on, it's just perfect. Iron Man, a bit, yeah. I'd like to see some shots of the forward flaps. This catch pin isn't getting quite as toasty. I wonder if they're angled a little more left forward or something, I don't know. Or it's just a different flight regime. Should start to getting into the thicker parts of the atmosphere, start burning down speed a bit more. I think they're coming back, or maybe not. Hour 5 is splashdown, so about 10 minutes away, or about 8 minutes away now from. Why is the venting not on fire? I think it. I mean, plasma. It was glowy and blue. It was definitely a I think it got plasmified. Because I mean it was a gas, so it's like a gas. It was like a plasma, yeah. Might even be the hot gas. Do they have hot gas? I haven't paid attention enough. I know they've been taught it. Do they have? Anyway, we're getting low. We should definitely be through peak heating now. We should be approaching max Q in the next few minutes here. Yeah, the sun has risen as we approach the coast of Australia. Still going almost half of orbital velocity. Like the heating is starting to die down. Are they not back? They're getting there. So that was Antarctica? No, it was Australia, mate. See the stress turns now? Soon. You can see the rainbow effect from the heat. Are we sure they're gonna do them? It's so icy. I don't really. The plasma is actually basically completely stopped. So we're basically through heating at this point. Now we're into like the aerodynamic doing one now. It seems.
Starship is leaving the peak heating phase of entry. External temperatures are coming down.
Yeah, confirmation of that. We're over an hour into flight. Everything looking good.
Starship is at maximum entry dynamic pressure.
Oh yeah, they're not. I don't think they're doing it. Yeah, they're just calling out max Kira, unless they're going to do it. They'd have to do it like basically right now. Oh, are they? They're definitely. If you look, they're definitely turning to the right. This looks like they're just following a standard entry, like return to launch site landing. Earth observed curve, yeah, flat Earth confirmed. This is also quite a bit of a fisheye lens. Yeah, I don't think they're doing any sort of stress. I think this is just a simulated regular operational flight. Yeah, speed is scrubbed way down. I think we're approaching the belly flop. sooted up. No wonder. I bet that's why we didn't see the front right flap much during entry. Why does Super Heavy engine fail? Max, that is a good question. I do not know. Alright, we can now see the kind of the charred scars from entry on the ship as we now continue our turn to orient ourselves with the launch, the launch site. While spinning, not good for health. Maybe not. I don't know. They didn't light them until. I don't think they lit them until after. I don't think the full 33 came on until after it was like properly reoriented. Oxidation and heating. Yeah, I believe so. Or is that it could be. Well, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Because I don't think the steel itself would oxidize. Maybe whatever this black material
Starship is executing the swoosh maneuver.
Yep, here we go. The swoosh maneuver, that's what we're calling it. I wonder what that flapping thing is. Is that? I think that's just a part of the tile
Dynamic pressure is coming down.
Peeled off slightly. Are they not going to start commentating? Oh, here we go. They're going to...
Welcome back one last time to Starship Flight 13.
It is rolled like crazy. Look how much roll there is on it. We're kind of like
you can see
coming
on
in a little sideways here.
With crisp views
So
from
scientific, the
Starlink.
swoosh
The
maneuver,
ship
yeah.
is currently re-entering the Earth's atmosphere
Okay,
over
we're in the belly
Indian
flop.
Ocean. And really for the last several minutes, we had some amazing Technicolor views. It really looked like it was made out of
Technicolor's
Starlight.
really coming back, huh?
Now, we did hear on the nets just moments ago that we made it through max heating and max dynamic pressure, meaning that the vehicle temperature and speeds and pressure are all coming down, and we can see that in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
That shouldn't be too difficult to fix, I don't think. Looks like that
We're
roll
coming
is...
up
There's still
to
definitely a
the
little bit of roll. I don't think
ship
it's quite as
landing
bad as before, but...
one of pretty much everybody's favorite part of Starship
but I'm sure it's nominal.
Flight days, and that's going to be coming up here
See,
in
the
just
decal
about
is
a minute
untouched.
or so.
Yeah, just about a minute away.
So
We're going to
that's
try and
yeah.
light
I mean, the
all
refueling
three
port is
Raptor
over
sea-level
here.
engines for this burn.
Good
We'll
so far,
light
yeah.
3,
Perfect entry.
Do the flip.
And there's a tiny bit
we'll
of burns,
eventually
or
go
not
down
burns,
to
but
2
a
as we
little
get
bit of a
close
hot
down
spot.
to
I
the
think
water, down
I
low to a
noticed on
final
the,
one engine
one of the
before
forward
we
flaps, but
hopefully execute a nice soft splashdown. We'll see if we've got
Looked
our
perfect to me.
buoys and drones in range with the recovery team. They're going to be standing
Looks
by
like the
to
roll
try and
has
get
mostly come
some
out
additional
now.
views of
Coming
Starship's
in
heat shield, which from
through
one of our
6
initial
kilometers,
looks,
about a
it
minute
did
from
pretty well
landing.
on the
Doing a little bit of a
flight
yaw
uphill, but
here.
we'll continue to dig through all the visual data
Turn into the
as we get
left.
it. We didn't
NASCAR
do
style.
any real stress tests or anything on this flight. We
Yeah,
did
so
do,
no stress
you heard
test.
our landing Larsh flight controller call out. We were doing the swoosh maneuver. This is kind
His
of
name
the
is
final
Larsh,
maneuver
the
that we
English
plan to have
guy.
Starship.
All right, here we go, coming in.
To,
Are we ready for a beautiful
Starbase
flip maneuver and an
that
end to
will
flight
essentially
13?
hook them
I
out
hope
over the
so.
Gulf before coming in.
These have tended to
over
work
Tower
on these
2.
flights,
But
so let's hope.
about 10 seconds away.
Here we
Look
go,
for 3
under 2
Raptors,
kilometers.
3 in the middle to light up, do a flip.
Wait for the call out.
Let's see if we can get this thing in the water.
Should be right now. Oh, there he is, 3.
3 sea level flip.
There we go.
Seeing healthy chamber pressures
Down
on.
to 2.
Did our flip down to 2.
Oh, wow.
Starship descending into the Indian Ocean.
And there's splashdown.
Down to 1.
And kaboom time?
And we're in the water.
No kaboom! It didn't kaboom!
And it's a soft splashdown in the water.
Oh, a little bit of fire. It didn't kaboom. That was the first one that didn't kaboom. I mean, the tank definitely...
That is the first. That is the softest splashdown we have ever had with the Starship there in the
It
Indian
didn't
Ocean.
boom.
It's bound to be an exciting day
It's
for our
intact.
recovery team. I mean, that's
Recovery.
a huge milestone to even get to soft splashdown, much less have the
It's,
vehicle
it's
stay
very
afloat.
on fire.
Yeah,
I will
The fire's spreading. I bet there's a hole somewhere in it, but
crowd here at Starbase
it's
has
mostly
Texas.
intact. Oh my.
Everyone's super excited.
That's new.
We never really
I wonder
get
how
to
they
see
got that to
Starship
happen.
floating so
It's never stayed
serenely
intact
in
before.
the Indian Ocean.
Did they just get
so
lucky?
We're certainly enjoying
Yeah, the
these
fire is going
extended
out.
views. Like I said, we're really pumped about this. I want to check in with Tyler. Tyler, how
about
is
that?
Hawthorne feeling about
They
Lucky
can tow
Flight
them to
13?
Florida? I don't, can they?
Hey,
I bet they
we are
tow it to
so
Australia.
excited about another successful
I wonder if
Starship
they'll
test
actually
flight
try that.
And those gorgeous Starlink views
Yes,
that we
these
had.
flash
And we
effects,
can
yeah,
also
that'll
confirm
be-
that we were managed to make,
That could be
managed to
some
make
really
contact
incredible
with all
data if
20 of
they
those
can bring it back
V3
ashore fully
so
intact
it's
like
a
that.
massive day for us. So
Look at it.
congratulations to everyone at the team at
I don't know what the
Starbase,
state
for
of the other side
Starlink,
is. I wouldn't be
everyone
surprised
here
if there's a
around
big
the
hole
company who
somewhere,
contributed
especially in
to
the
the
nose
Starship
area,
program
but
as we make progress again towards
they should
a
try moving the flaps,
multiplanetary
see if they still have
future.
control
so
of the
thank you
flaps.
everyone for tuning in. That's goodbye
Oh,
from
the
Hawthorne,
drone.
and
Someone's
back
moving
to
the
you guys
drone.
at Starbase.
Thanks so much, Tyler. Now, for anyone who perhaps missed the action, I
so much
suggest
each other
that
to
you rewind
absolutely-
the
oh,
clock.
hello.
Wow. Look at that view of
The drone
Starship
guy is
heat
going
shield
crazy.
tiles. You can really see how the atmosphere.
I wonder what caused that white effect. I guess that's just the thermal, the insulation underneath.
the edge of the vehicle.
The
I don't
ablative
think
layer.
we've seen quite that close before.
Never. And
Can we
honestly,
zoom out on the
however
drone a little bit?
short-lived that ship standing, bobbing in the water that is insane data for our team. It's unbelievable that we were able to keep that ship afloat. Now, we promised maximum excitement, and
Wow,
Starship
more.
V3 delivered.
I want to zoom. I want to see the whole
Congratulations to all of our
ship. No, it's
teammates
floating
at
away. Go
SpaceX
get
and
it.
to everyone who supported the Starship program. And thank you to all of our
Oh, onboard.
future customers.
There's an
for
onboard.
your
They still
support.
have live onboard.
Yeah, as
It's
you
a
can
boat
tell,
now,
the crowd
boat ship.
really enjoyed that Nemo cam for a moment. We'd also like to thank
Oh,
the
look
fine
at it.
people of Cameron County, as well as the Coast Guard, the Federal Aviation
wow.
Administration, and the
It is
Government of Mexico.
completely
The
alive.
amazing views do not end, so be sure to follow
That was
SpaceX
cool.
on X.
It's a ship.
for
That is
updates
literally
and
a
more
ship.
Of these
Yeah,
exciting
wow.
shots that we didn't
How
get to
about
feature
that?
on today's
Oh,
broadcast.
there's another one.
And
Oh, they're
to
just
get
showing
an
off
inside
now.
real-time look into the
No, don't end. I
teams
wanna
bringing
see
this
more of this.
incredible rocket to
It's
life.
just- yeah, they
Check
should
out
just
the latest
turn-
episode
they
of
should
our documentary
fill it
series,
back up and
Starship.
light the
And of
engine,
course,
see if they
thanks
can
to all of you
just
for
drive it
tuning
like a
in.
boat.
And
go
we're
for a
gonna head
cruise.
back up to Dan for some additional thoughts.
Yeah, I'm losing my mind right now. We are still getting views from on board the ship with it in the water. Like, we had tried in the past to do these splashdowns as softly as possible. We experimented with rolls. This is the first time we've put an intact Starship in the water. This is a dream scenario for the team that's
Yeah, the
trying to get
fire's
this
out.
heat
Yeah,
shield
fire's
data.
out.
Normally you're working with a slightly charred Starship in the water, and now we have one intact. So the recovery team is moving in with their
Oh,
drones,
wow.
and that,
Oh, look at that.
we are still getting views from Starship.
bet there's a
It
lot
is
of water
sending
vapor
these
at the engines
via
now.
Starlink from the other side of the world while
Wow.
it is floating in the water.
I don't think
after
ship will
flying
catch,
through
unfortunately.
space.
No,
Like,
I think
this
15.
is just completely surreal right now.
That is
This
awesome.
is just
Oh, wow.
a mountain of data that we're going to
Don't
get
sink.
back. This is going to be
Yeah,
so
they're
critical
just taking in a lot of
for
water. We don't
refining
need to do a
the heat
Titanic
shield,
here.
everything else. And the really good news is all
Go
of these
back.
views
Oh, hi,
that we're
David.
seeing, you're looking at a pretty intact looking heat shield, which, as a reminder, we were flying
Assuming
at
the
a
tanks hold, as long as the
significantly
tanks
hire
don't
dynamic
puncture, they
pressure,
should.
so putting
they
way
should
more
keep the
stress
water
on this
out, I
vehicle
hope.
on the way uphill.
First, yeah,
And
they
it's
should
sitting
reuse it.
there
Oh,
in
there's
the water,
a couple of tiles
and,
missing
I
right
mean,
there.
look at it. So
Can we zoom out? I want to zoom out.
I'm a little bit over the moon on this. I know a
Oh,
lot of
look.
our team is just
Oh,
fascinated
a lot
in
of
the control
damage.
room
Look
behind
at all
me.
the.
I mean,
There's a lot of
everybody is
damage
psyched.
to
Everyone's
that.
gathered around their computers looking at these close-ups that we're getting of these heat shield tiles. 18,000 of them. I mean, you can probably count the ones that are missing right now on one hand. Like, this is
Jerry
just
Boyd, because MPs will
absolutely
probably float up.
incredible.
Yeah, as long
And
as
the
it
fact
doesn't.
that,
Oh,
like,
there we
the
go.
cameras on board the ship are still
As long as it
sending
doesn't
back
take
video
in water on
is
the
just
tank,
a little
you
bit
know?
surreal. So,
I can't believe it stayed upright.
wow.
Wow.
lucky number 13.
Yeah.
Hell of a
Yeah,
flight
fine.
for Starship.
It's kind of weird that it's
Get it all
upside
the way
down.
there in the water.
It's a little weird.
Really
Imagine it
great
just
day
kabooms
for
down. That
version
would be
3. So,
a little sad, but I think we're good. Look at it go.
all right. As Kate and Nate said, we're going to keep releasing more of this. Stay tuned. We've got some really cool
floating
stuff
away.
from
Go
some
get
of the
it.
onboards that we caught.
It's
So
running
keep
away.
following us on X at SpaceX. Whole bunch
Very
more cool
cool.
imagery from launch
What a
from the flight
cool-
that's going to
what
be
a
coming
cool
out
ending.
soon. Yeah, let's just close on that. I mean, look at Starship in the Indian Ocean. That's fantastic. We'll see you all back here for the next flight test of Starship version 3.
What a cool
With that, we'll
ending.
say goodbye.
Wow, what an ending. That was unexpected. The thrusters, were they? Or did they actually like try and like safe it? Get Rocket Lab team? Yeah, they should like get like a helicopter, pick it up or something. I want to rewatch that landing. That landing was really cool. We got sound too. So it was 3. I love how they were able to switch. We didn't get any buoys. Did anyone notice that, by the way? There were a lot of drones, but no buoys. We didn't get any buoy cam. Did the buoy break, or were they off target or something? I don't know. I mean, look at that beautiful flip, 3 down to 2. Look at that pattern in the ablative. That's really cool. And then down to 1, or just down, they landed with 2, yeah. And then I wonder what did they do this time that made it. Oh, you could see the buoy? Oh, right here. Yep, right here. Yeah, why didn't we get into buoy cam? It was right there. Maybe the buoy broke.
Into the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, there's the splashdown. And what happened there? What happened there? Because there's no explosion? Why would they not show buoy cam just because there's no... I don't know. I don't get it. All I know is that was a really cool flight. I want to watch this flip again. The flip was always so much fun.
3 sea level flip.
They did it really low, I think. I think they did it a lot lower this time. Oh, I think I just restarted? Or did the stream end and that just messed up?
Mexico.
Like, I feel like Flight 12, they almost got really lucky. Yeah, maybe. Titanic where it splits in 2. Well, it didn't split in 2. Stayed upright. Better than the Titanic. This thing's a better boat than the Titanic.
Chamber pressure's on. Did our flip down. Get this thing in the water.
Let's just rewatch this. Look at that. Like, here's one. Like, I feel like it was like at 900 meters. Look, 900, 800. Oh, no, that was about the same height. Yeah, never mind. No, I think they prioritize drone cameras since the drone can't fly over an explosion. They switched to buoy. Oh, that could be interesting. Yeah, maybe. That's a good theory. But I feel like they've switched to the buoy cam before the explosion. Or maybe, I don't know. That's a good, interesting idea. Anyway, I want to watch this again. These landing burns are so cool. They have never had a failed landing burn. On all the landing burns they've started, they may not have all been on target, but the landing burn itself, let's just refresh here, has never had a problem. Flight 4, Flight 5, Flight 6, Flight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Or was there one on 9 or not? No, 9 lost control. So it was 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13? Seeing drone cameras, yeah, but what about after the landing? I don't want to. We don't need. I want to just watch these beautiful landing views. So we can watch the engines light up. So we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. 1, 2, 3. Tuck them all in. Flip. Come back upright. Down to 2. Very soft splashdown. 2010 touchdown. I wonder if they came in a little bit like this. Do we think it may have come in like this, I think? Do we think, chat, maybe? Like, what if they came in like this? So they came in like, or they kind of came in like this and then kicked it a little, or maybe they came in like this and then just gave it a little bit of a kick so it landed like this, so kind of settled in, and then by the time it settled in, it like the nose didn't have as far to fall. Because if they land like this, the nose has to go. But if they land like this, the nose only goes. Oh yeah, you can see the speed. Oh, yeah, we should compare that actually. So it gets down to 12, and then it accelerates to like 47 or something. Let me bring up flight 12. Let's compare that. Let's compare the speed. So here we are. Here's flight 12. Oh, I still have the weather thing pulled up. Sorry. So here's 50, 40, 30. I already forgot. It was 12 was the minimum and 47 was the maximum, I think. That was, okay, about the same. And 30, 40, about the exact same. And it maybe they just got lucky. I don't know. Maybe they just got lucky. I mean, if you watch the thing, it looks pretty quick. Waboom. And let's watch it looks slower, doesn't it? Maybe the waves were higher or something cushioned it. I don't know. Starship. Artificial reef. I don't think a reef would have done that. Tanks might have been less full. Without maybe. I don't know what they did. I mean, maybe they just got lucky. Maybe they just got lucky. I mean, there was one that was pretty intact. I think it was flight 6 actually. Starship, I think flight 6, it like kind of splashed down intact and then like broke in half afterward. Let's see if I got that right. The drone is much further away on flight 6. So that got up to 50 or something. 6 was spinning. I don't think 6. That doesn't look like it's spinning. No, that looks pretty straight up and down to me. It flopped over. Yeah, okay, well here's the buoy. We can hopefully see what the buoy. Like there's no giant explosion. It just kind of falls apart a little bit. That fell heat shield first, though. This one fell, leeward side first. Landed on only 2 inches, maybe faster impact. Flight 12 landed on 1 and maybe, but no, we just the velocity. Yeah, Flight 12 landed on 1 engine. It was 2 down to 1. Flight 13 was 3 down to 2, which I think is the more sensible way of doing things. But the speed was basically, if you look at the minimum speed, it was basically the same. 50, 40, 30, 20, 16. You look at this one, it was...
Still into even...
No, it was... Yeah, 50, 40, 30, 20... I mean, maybe it got slower sooner. I mean, that wouldn't be anything to do with the end. That'd just be how they did the landing profile. I mean, Flight 12 did the crazy spin thing, which Dan kind of acknowledged here. It kind of looks like the time from splashdown, from the time the engine hit, the time the nose hit was pretty short, though. Like, look, let's count. We can do a very kind of... I'll pull up my phone stopwatch here, right? So, I mean, if we just... So, splashdown is right there. And the nose comes down right there. So that's about 6 seconds. This is all very scientific. If we bring up Starship Flight 12... we didn't even get a good view of it. I mean, if we just assume... Right there is splashdown, so 1, 2, 3... Yeah, they switched away from it too much. Maybe flight 6 or this flight 11. Maybe they'll show that a bit more. Yeah, so there's splashdown. Oh, that's way longer. That's like 8 or 9 seconds. You couldn't see it exactly the whole time, but that might be why it got tipped over quicker. So therefore, the nose velocity may have been slower. Reverse lug, yeah. I think Ship 40 did a great job. I think that was a very successful flight. But the flight is over. I want to keep analyzing this stuff, but I am thirsty and getting a little tired. So, and I want to watch like Scott Manley, and I want to watch everyone else's reaction. I want to see what everyone else is talking about. So I think try and catch. I don't think so. Maybe the boost. I don't think they'll try and catch next flight. Unfortunately, I think the flight after. I think call the barge. Yeah, call the barge. Yeah. Anyway. I think I'm going to leave here just so I can go see what everyone else is talking about. But you have us. Well, I want to see what the influencers are. I want to see what if anyone has any interesting kind of theories about what's going on, and I want to get some food. So, thank you all for sticking with me for this flight. It was awesome to talk to you guys. I will hopefully see you all for the next Starship flight, which is hopefully not too long from now. So, thank you for watching. What's the next time? Please, what food? I don't know. Maybe some gummy bears. I have some gummy bears. Not the healthiest option, but I could really use some gummy bears right now. Maybe I'll have a more substantial meal later. But yeah, so like I said, that's it. So thank you for watching. What's the next time? Please better comment this video once again. Thank you for watching. What's the next time?